All right, yo, what's good with it? Let's make sure y'all can hear the mic. Yeah, okay, we good. We got it set up. The volume's not going off quite yet. All right. Same as last year. You know how it is. Can't show the screen, of course, but we'll play the audio. By the way, I don't know if you heard or read, bro, but in the draft itself, I guess they have made the rounds 2 minutes less. So instead of getting 10 minutes, you now get 8 minutes in the draft. So they want the draft to go a little quicker, I guess. That's what I'm hearing. So I seen your message. I have no idea who we're gonna pick up. Cause um you say wide receiver we could, but this is the first year I really don't know who we're gonna go for, man. So I just want to make sure the volume's working.
This year, our nation
Hold on, I actually can't hear anything because I forgot to change the battery in my headset. Oh, you talking about the one you gave me? So So it actually has benefits because I know sometimes like with NFL games, I'm behind, but with the draft it's better. It's all good. I mean, I don't know too many people will be on this. So I actually want to check something. I'm curious. How did I stream this before? Did I do this shit in short mode before? Okay, round one I did that. What about round two? I'm just going back to our previous ones from last year. I just want to like make sure. Two, I did that. Not for show. I am going to fix my camera because I like how my camera is, but because it's the draft, I want to out zoom the cam a bit. Let me turn it off for a sec so I can fix this. Cause like this is how I have it in gaming wise, but I want to change this. By the way, I want to bring this down a bit. There we go. All right, give me a sec. I'll bring the camera right back up.
and the founding ideals set forth in the Declaration of Independence. The National Football League is proud to stand with the America 250 Commission in honoring this historic milestone and reflecting on the enduring spirit of our country.
Hughes. Nice save. That guy looks like Tim Howard.
I am Tim Howard.
Jim Beam, official spirit of U.S. soccer.
When everything on the IHOP value.
Oh, yo, my bad. I had the. Why did I just have it, bro? I just mute the mic. The NFL draft one or oh, you're talking about the I know you're talking about. Hold on.
We are back in Pittsburgh.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Around the league with a roundup dual action team report. We have reporters at various team headquarters tonight, including in the South Florida home of the presumptive #1 pick, Fernando Mendoza.
Hold on. I want to make sure the volume ain't hella loud. Hey, the volume isn't louder than me, right? Is that good?
Well, Greeny, Fernando Mendoza has been training all offseason to prepare to be a starting.
By the way, I fixed the mic, right? Because you were telling me the other day, or you like telling me it was kind of low. I adjusted it on here, so.
One of the things he really challenged him
Okay.
is the mental side of being a quarterback in this league. He asked him
I actually went back to my last stream, bro, because it was driving me nuts. Because how this mic, like how the mic sounded really good last year.
Lessons to the ones he taught both Brock
So.
and Sam Darnold during his time as quarterbacks coach in San Francisco. Greasy told me that he believes Mendoza is ready for the next step.
General Manager John Spytek tells me even though it's long seemed a foregone conclusion they'd select Fernando Mendoza, they still went through a complete evaluation. Spytek telling me, I want the whole building to know. I want everyone to know we did the work. And if we end up where everyone thinks we end up, I'll know we had the right process. First-year coach Clint Kubiak has studied every aspect of Mendoza, from his film to his interpersonal intangibles. Kubiak saying he's a winner. He's accurate, quick, strong, and intelligent.
What an extraordinary opportunity this is for the New York Jets to have the #2 pick and the #16 pick in the first round. And I was told by coaches around the National Football League in the last 24 hours.
Remember I was talking about that, bro. That would be a nice pickup to pick up Jeremiah Love, so.
3-4. But Arvell Reese of Ohio State can also rush the passer and stop the run. So the Jets have a decision to make at #2. At #16, that pick is open for business.
With 2 picks in the top 10, the Giants can go in several different directions tonight.
Because then y'all have a 1-2 punch at running back.
Who's actually running the show? And I can tell you that's exactly what
Here.
GM Joe Schoen and head coach John Harbaugh want.
I'm going to mute this for a couple of minutes because why is the draft actually more behind on this than it is on the website?
Well, Jerry Jones openly acknowledged that this is a Cowboys team that needs defensive players, and it would make sense that he would use one or both of his first-round picks to go that route. But now,
I refreshed it too.
The Cowboys
Hold on.
announced that they would not be negotiating with wide receiver George Pickens for a long-term deal this offseason, instead expecting him to play on the franchise tag. So will we see the
Nice, smooth, clean burnout here for
It's
John
not on
Brown.
here.
The GK machine.
Try again.
did speak with CC Maui Noah, the offensive lineman out of Miami. He said the word to describe what he's feeling right now is anxious. He wants this to be
Yeah,
over.
I mean, it's all good, bro.
And to figure out where he's going. He's really very thankful to be surrounded by his family. I also spent some time with Ohio State wide receiver Carnell Tate, who is wearing a jacket tonight that has his late mother's
I
name
did read that.
inscribed on the inside of the jacket. He said he's at peace with
I'm gonna mute for like just a minute. I did read we may trade out of the first round, bro. We may trade out of the first round. I would not be mad about that because, like I told you, we don't draft well in the first round anyways. Most of our drafts are busts in the first round. Which, bro, you know how first round draft picks go for anyways. It don't matter. We should trade for y'all's pick. The thing is with the first round pick, though, you have to give away 2 picks usually for a first round. What's up, FC? How you doing? Welcome into the live. Because that's how first round picks go. Like, they're either, I mean, in my opinion, it doesn't matter where it is in the first round. If you trade away a first round pick, it's anywhere from 2 or 3 picks you're giving up. What is this? I'm doing an NFL, what is known as NFL draft watch party. So I'm actually going to be playing audio so you guys can hear the draft here in a couple of minutes. I will say it'd be like well, it depends what we ask for. We already have a second round pick, I think. Let me go and look. Hold on, guys. I posted it on Twitter today. I could see us asking for a 3rd or 4th round, though. But I do know what you're saying, because, like, first round picks are valuable like that, though. See, I'm looking for it. Yeah. So we have the first round, we have a 27th pick. Second, 58. We have multiple 4th. 1, 2, 3. We have 4 4th round picks, and then that's it. So we may trade some of those 4th rounds away too, though. Or move up. I could see us trying to move up. I don't see us moving up in the first, though. Hold on, let me... It's just one of those years, though, man. It's like a really good year, I feel like, for the draft. Better than last year's, for sure. There's just a lot of interesting players. Alright, let me... Oh, yeah, hold on. I was doing something. My fault, bro. I got, like, multiple stuff opened up today because of the draft. Let me see. Here.
Welcome to Pittsburgh and night one of the 2026 NFL Draft, presented by.
Let me see. I'm trying to reload this because I don't know if it's behind.
Built on steel and home of the one of
There we
the
go.
most dominant franchises in history. Your 6-time Super Bowl champion Pittsburgh Steelers. But tonight we're going to celebrate Western Pennsylvania heritage. And as you can see, I didn't come alone. Steelers captain, 8-time Pro Bowler and Defensive Player of the Year, T.J. Watt. And the heart and soul of the Steelers, a captain, the 2023 Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year, Cam Hayward. Take it away, Cam.
Pittsburgh, make some noise!
Nah. I just realized they haven't brought Aaron Rodgers back. So they going for a quarterback for Pittsburgh?
Physical and built to last. But everything we do today is built on the standards set by the legends before us. Let's bring out the men who paved the way to greatness. A Hall of Famer, a true shutdown corner, a piece of the steel curtain, Mel Blount.
Draft tracker? Yeah, this is what we had last year, right? Draft tracker?
Now, let's talk some playmakers, some Super Bowl MVPs.
Was it?
Lynn Swann and Hines Ward.
Hold on, let me see. Let's go to event info. Okay, no, it's not event. I'm just trying. I know I'm messing around like a little bit. Well, not a little bit, but what's the draft home look like? Yeah, it's draft tracker.
And now, we got to talk quarterbacks. 2 quarterbacks.
Yep.
2 eras.
Perfect.
1 standard. Super Bowl champions. And legends of the city. Ben Roethlisberger.
Okay, okay. Hey, I can't lie. Big Ben a GOAT, bro. I used to love watching him play.
And one more. Terry Bradshaw.
Who? No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
This is Steelers football. Go Steelers.
Hey, Raiders on the clock.
Okay, these players forge the path for the next generation of stars we will welcome into the National Football League starting tonight. Pittsburgh, this is a moment you all been waiting for. Yins ready? All right. The 2026 NFL Draft is officially open. The Las Vegas Raiders are on the clock.
He's like, hey, am I at the same spot you're at, bro? Just to make sure.
Oh, boy.
I just want to make sure.
Well, it cannot possibly get any more
Or my shit behind.
than that. Terry Bradshaw, Ben Roethlisberger, Mel Blount, Lynn Swann.
Hey, these mofos don't need the whole 8 minutes, though. I'll tell you that right now.
Stage to open up the festivities tonight. Not a lot of mystery at number 1, but certainly a huge story as Fernando Mendoza waits to hear his name called. Adam Schefter, there are a lot of threads connecting him to the Raiders tonight. Schefter.
Well, Grady, before last season began, Fernando Mendoza reached out to former NFL quarterbacks coach Brian Griese to help him get ready for his NFL career. They had connections before, and more have come into focus now. They both attended Christopher Columbus High School in Miami. They both led their colleges to national championships. Mendoza, Indiana, and Griese at Michigan, where his backup was Tom
Hey,
Brady.
why is bro's mic
Fernando
glitching?
Mendoza
Y'all
in
hear
Las
that?
Vegas and in San Francisco. Brian Greasy works
Hold on.
side by
I want to
side
reload
with an
just to see.
Mendoza is set
Oh
to
yeah,
hit
we're
the
good. Oh, why did you
ground
what?
running.
All right, Shefty, obviously a special night, and you will hear from Mendoza as soon as his name is called. And Mel, he will join this prestigious list of names in just a matter of moments. The only players ever to win the Heisman, win the national championship, and be the #1 overall pick. Cam Newton, Jameis Winston, Joe Burrow, and in just a few moments, Fernando Mendoza. So, Mel, you and I, we do the first draft podcast.
Hey, dead ass, the Raiders don't need this whole 8 minutes. They're taking up all the time, bro. We know who they're picking.
We were talking Arch Manning with the trifecta, which was, right, Heisman Trophy, national championship, and #1 pick overall. Then it went to Dante Moore. He had that great game against Penn State up at Happy Valley late September.
I feel like if it's like,
Mendoza goes from Cal to Indiana, you're watching him to see if he develops, see if he improves.
I'm gonna be honest, bro, and it might sound cap, but if we know pretty much who you're getting, at least in the first 2 picks, first 2 or 3 picks, these motherfuckers should get like 5 minutes, bro. I mean, do I sound crazy for saying that? Like, no hate, KBS, but even we knew who y'all was picking last year.
He did game after game, so he ascended from late first, second round, all the way up where you were not going to deny.
Like, should be like first like 2-3 picks, bro. Should be like 5 minutes. Yeah, at least the first pick. I agree with that.
Amazing toughness. Mobility. He had against Penn State, a quarterback.
Because we know y'all picked Cam Ward up. We know the Raiders are going Mendoza this year. Hey, by the way, yo, by the way, we got 5 people on the live. Y'all are new. Drop a like, man. Subscribe. And if we're excited for draft day or draft night, man, put it in the chat.
Historically, who's his grades? Eli Manning, same grade as Eli, same grade as Matt Ryan. That's Fernando Mendoza. Raider Nation, be happy.
Yeah, bro just almost fucked up saying his last name right now.
In a division with Mahomes and Herbert and Knicks, you cannot be a distant fourth. You got to be right there. And this young man with that supporting cast that they're building with the Raiders has a chance to get there and match those quarterbacks in the AFC.
No one questions that he's the #1 pick in this draft. But Booger, he's not a perfect prospect. What things are you looking for?
Well, it's a couple of concerns. He led the nation in RPOs, and so there was a lot of predetermined stuff before the ball was ever snapped. He threw a lot of back shoulder fades, and so when you're
Hold on, I'm gonna mute for a sec. So, because they still got like 3 minutes, bro. Hey, there's a player I actually came across last night, bro, and I'm actually interested in him now. His name is Yura Bernard. He's 6'4", weighs 306 pounds. He's a defensive tackle, so I guess he didn't grow up playing football. He learned how to play football from like YouTube, bro, which is crazy to me. I'm looking for this guy today. Yura Bernard. Yeah, okay, Raiders just got their pick in.
Who exuded tremendous leadership ability during his time in the NFL, and that was Drew.
I am curious who the Jets are going to go with.
As well, who had about 6'5", 240 pounds. Quite honestly, I played against Bledsoe. He looked just like Fernando Mendoza. The deep ball, the ability to throw it one time.
I'm going to reload this, bro.
Start with touch and be able to just drop it in the ability to throw it one time in rhythm.
Yeah, that's good.
Start with touch and be able to just drop it in the bucket. We're watching catch and finish the play. Drew Bledsoe, you're going to see it here. This is old school tape now. This is the kind of tape that I love, Mel. This old AstroTurf, the kind that would just rip the skin off of you. Drew Bledsoe used to deal back then. Fernando Mendoza is going to deal for the Las Vegas Raiders. They should be absolutely ecstatic that they got someone of this caliber.
Hey, did anybody think that Joe Burrow or Peyton Manning could carry a team when they came out? I don't think so. There were questions, right? They answered those questions.
Hey, I deadass want to see how to see. They went with Mendoza. We knew it.
The greatest season ever in the history. I think he can handle it.
Fernando Mendoza was not born the last.
So yeah, you're right. This will be a little behind, but it's okay.
That was January 19th of 2003. Mendoza was born in October of that year, and he has been waiting seemingly every day since for the moment that is now about to arrive. The commissioner.
The motherfuckers used the whole 8 minutes too. There was like this on the phone with Mendoza talking about the whole freaking playbook already.
With the first pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, The Las Vegas Raiders select Fernando Mendoza, quarterback, Indiana.
Oh. Hey, what's Dallas going to do with this pick? Because this is the pick Green Bay gave to them. Wait, hold on. The Giants have 2 picks? And the Chiefs have 2. There's like 3 teams that have 2 first-round picks, man.
There's the party at his house, both inside and, as you see there, outside. And then a celebration is also on at Christopher Columbus High School nearby, where Fernando Mendoza once
Yeah, I forgot about that.
That's a celebration and a nearby watch party as well. Listen, if there has been a better story in college football history than Indiana in 2025, I have not heard it, and Fernando Mendoza had the starring role. Here he is tonight, finally, the #1 pick in the draft, and he is standing by now with our Taylor McGregor for his initial impressions on being the #1 pick in this draft. Taylor.
Well, thank you so much. In the last 5 months, you have won the Heisman Trophy, a national championship, and now you're the first overall pick in the NFL draft. How have the last 5 months changed your life?
The last 5 months has been such a blessing by God, and I can't thank him enough. I'm just looking forward to get to work, prove at the next level. College was fantastic. I'm so blessed to have that career, but now I step into a great game of the NFL. Look forward to proving and earning it every single day.
You're going to the Las Vegas Raiders. What excites you the most about this opportunity?
What a great organization, great legacy. There's
Bro said what? Somebody clip this.
To coaches, owners. I'm ecstatic for the opportunity.
Congratulations.
Thanks so much. God bless.
And so Fernando Mendoza, the #1 pick in the draft, that's the portion of the evening that we had foreseen. Now let the unexpected begin. Mel Kiper, the New York Jets go on the clock, and pretty much all the conversation
Even the Titans have been better than them. I'm just being honest, KPS. Your team has had better success than them.
Expectations for the Jets here.
Arvell Reese, I'll tell you what, you look at him.
These guys haven't seen the Super Bowl or the sniff of the playoffs since 2000. That's almost 26 years, bro.
And get 10 to 15 sacks a year. We don't know that. He has to learn, as he said, how to rush the passer. He didn't have a sack over the final 6 games. He didn't have a forced.
Holy glaze, Fernando Mendoza.
Ton of talent, off ball or edge. You got the fallback. If he can't become the great edge rusher, he's an off-ball linebacker. With David Bailey, he was a good player at Stanford. He wasn't a great player. He was a phenomenal player at Texas Tech in this one season. He had help around him, but 11 games this year, he had a sack. Now, playing a run, that's going to be something he needs to obviously adjust to in the NFL. You can't be a one-trick pony in the NFL. You can't. You have enough of that with the Jets. Somebody's got to stop the run. He's got to step up if he's the guy. Reese, to me, I had a slightly higher grade on than Bailey for that reason. He is 2 years younger, Reese is, than David Bailey.
Holy yeah, bro.
He'll be 21 in September. David Bailey is going to be 23 in September. So for me, slight edge to Arvell Reese. I had Sonny Styles slightly ahead of David Bailey as well. But I tell you what, you want the guy proven and ready to go off the edge.
I'm going to be sitting here for 27 rounds, bro.
Can be phenomenal, can be Micah Parsons-like. That's Arvell Reese.
For a team like the New York Jets that hadn't had an interception since I had hair, they need somebody that can rush the passer and make the football come out. I understand what Arvell Reese is, and he may be, the sky's the limit for him, but they need somebody now that can make the ball come out. David Bailey is a proven commodity. We had this conversation a few years ago. Aiden Hutchinson or Trayvon Walker? Do you want the ceiling and the potential, or do you want the guy that knows how to get it done? And
yeah, they took David Bailey for the Jets.
I'm going to lean toward David Bailey with the 14.5.
I'm confused kind of with that pick, though, bro. So, why would you go at edge? Don't they need help on offense? Because wasn't that offense so ass for the Jets last year? Or was it more the defense?
The question is, what do they prioritize?
The pick is in. I'll remind you.
I would have got a corner or safety, to be honest. These guys didn't get one interception last year.
but here they are to make this second pick in the draft as the commissioner makes his way to the microphone where he will announce the New York Jets selection with their fans sitting eagerly and waiting directly in the front.
With the second pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select David Bailey, linebacker, Texas Tech.
There he is, New York. He's the first Texas Tech player selected in the top 5 in the common draft era, and boy, do the Jets need him. They had only 26 sacks last year, 31st in the NFL. And
that's nice.
14 and a half sacks.
We didn't have really any
defense that led the Red Raiders to the 4th seed in the college football playoff, tied for the most sacks in the nation. Bailey was a consensus All-American. He transferred Mel up from Stanford.
He did. He had 8.
All right, let me reload. I think I see falling behind again. Okay, now we good.
3 this past year.
Cards are on the clock, huh?
Edge rusher at Texas Tech. Now he had some help. Lee Hunter inside, defensive tackle, good player. And Romello Height on the other side. He had Jacob Rodriguez off ball. He had defensive backs that were transferring in to help that defense. But David Bailey took his game to a new level. As I said, in 11 games, he had a sack. The consistency off the edge was there. He's got to step up against the run. And for the Jets, that's going to be a big factor in whether he is a Pro Bowl caliber player. If you're drafting him number 2, ahead of Reese and ahead of Styles, you got to have that type of ability, Bug. He's got to show that right away.
Well, no doubt. And I think if you look at the Jets, they decided they want somebody that can get it done now. It's nothing against Arvell Reese, but David Bailey has shown you from Stanford to Texas Tech that he can get it done and be an immediate pass rusher in the National Football League. So what is he going to bring to the New York Jets that are going from a 4-3 male to a 3-4? Let's start with something that I love. You have to be able to threaten the offensive tackle with the get off. Can you get off before the tackle moves and the ball is snapped? That gives you an opportunity to get your rush going, and then you dip and rip and you get to the quarterback. That's an easy win. Then can you bend the corner? That requires athletic ability, ankle flexion, dipping the inside shoulder, and then you have to have the burst to get to the quarterback and to finish. And here's the thing that I love. It's an array of moves. Why is he the best pass rusher? Not only can he beat you with speed, here's the spin move. All you need is 2 moves. You need a fastball and a counter Lewis. He's got the speed and the spin. He's the most ready-made rusher for the Jets.
Oh, yeah, and he went up against some pretty darn good tackles as well. He went up against a Honator at Arizona State, Fano at Utah. And the thing is, he can set the edge against the run. He just needs to do it more consistent.
All right, again, a player the Jets desperately need. They will select again later in this first round. But right now,
Jets have another pick, too.
Laura, who's standing by with David Bailey.
David, you've worked so hard for this, and now you're the first defensive player off the board in the NFL draft. What does it mean to hear your name called this early?
I mean, it's surreal to me, man. This is a great experience. This is an awesome opportunity, and I'm just so grateful, man. Shout out all the fans that came out here. I'm just happy to be here.
How will you immediately impact this Jets defense?
Man, I just want to get in there and just be a sponge, just soak up everything, just, rely on the vets, rely on the staff to make me the best player I can and, help out this organization, man. I feel like this organization is trending in the right way, so, man, I'm just ready to work.
All right, and David, in the last minute, Topps has made your first pro trading card, so go over there and sign it, okay? Congrats.
That's hella cool. I didn't even know that, bro. These dudes get to sign their pro cards right out the gate.
Well, thank you very much. David Bailey is a New York Jet. The Arizona Cardinals are on the clock, and Adam Schefter is standing by with more. Shefty, go.
The Jets had 26 sacks last year, which was the fewest the team had since 1999. They were looking for the best pass rusher in this draft, and they felt that was David Bailey. It also helped that they had 3 coaches on staff who were at Stanford when David
Let's see who the Cardinals picked, bro. My division rival. Looks like Titans are on the clock.
That they helped turns around this franchise.
So, Lewis, you were talking. So, Lewis, you were talking about Bailey before we went down to the interview there. Do you believe the Jets got this right? It was a difficult decision, or at least it was one that was much discussed in New York and around them between Bailey and Arvell Reese. In the end, before we move forward to the Cardinals, do you agree with the decision the Jets made?
Yeah, I do, simply because of this. Look, offenses hunt for explosive plays, right? Every offensive coordinator wants to be able to win a game was a guy who can win it on one play. On defense, how do you win games on one play? Either you turn it over or you put a quarterback on its back. Nobody put the quarterback on their back better than David Bailey, so that's where they figure that's a great place to start. Let's get the best pass rusher in the NFL, or rather in college football last year. We project he'll be able to do that in the NFL. He has to earn the right to rush the passer. He's got to take care of first and second down, and we've seen with those long arms that he has, he's more than capable of setting the edge. And they're going to demand that so he can then go ahead and do what he does best, which is win games by putting quarterbacks down.
Okay, we told you the cadence is going to be quicker this year, only 8 minutes rather than 10 in between picks. So, Mel, the Arizona Cardinals on the clock now, and as they make their selection, there's been so much speculation about the possibility they go to the running back here. Is this too early for Jeremiah Love to come off the board?
Absolutely not. He's the second best player on my board. He's right there with Fernando Mendoza. What's this team?
Bro, I didn't even think about that. If the Cardinals screw y'all.
It's a bland football team, right? That's the Arizona Cardinals. What is Jeremiah Love? He's much more than a running back. I said you can put 84 on that jersey. Could have been a first-round pick. Slot, wide, he can catch the ball.
If the Cardinals actually screw y'all, bro. Oh my God.
8 games in 2024. He's 20 years of age. He never
Yo, Cardinals just poached from y'all, bro.
He had some fumbling issues. He didn't catch the ball. No way.
Fucking, he's in my he's in the fucking division.
Quarterback in that division with Darnold, Stafford, and Purdy. They got work to do, but this kid is going to automatically get Marvin Harrison to step up a little bit. This kid can play big-time football for the Cardinals. Just getting a little help.
All right, we will find out if indeed that is the selection that they make. We'd anticipated perhaps a trade up to this spot. Does not appear we've had that. The Cardinals pick is indeed in. The Titans are on the clock, and the commissioner is making his walk to the podium to announce pick number 3. The Arizona Cardinals fans standing in anticipation.
With the third pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals.
I didn't even think about that, bro. The Cardinals just screwed y'all.
Running back, Notre Dame.
They did y'all dirty, and they, like, y'all were talked about. What's good, Lito?
So much speculation over the last few years. This would be the selection.
I can't believe that, bro.
Special season Jeremiah Love had for the Irish last year. Over 1,600 yards of total offense.
I don't even know who y'all would pick up right now.
A unanimous
Maybe like a wide receiver, maybe.
First Notre Dame player ever to win the Doak Walker Award as the top running back in the nation. And now, Mel,
I just said that too, Lito. Motherfuckers on our division now.
Like every single
our division just gets even harder every year.
Coach, running back coach, head coach wants guys who can win games with one swing. Jeremiah Love is that. He's more than a running back. I know people don't want to believe it, but he's more than a running back. He is a weapon. He is a guy who can create.
Yeah, y'all got low-key robbed.
At the blink of an eye, and you see it right there. Just 2 years ago, we watched Saquon Barkley hoist the Philadelphia Eagles on his back with his ability to create explosives in the run game. That is what Arizona is after. This draft has got some pretty good offensive line depth. They're going to have to go to work. And look, they don't play football till September, but they better fix the offensive line. There's no question about that. But you cannot pass up guys like this. If you told the Arizona Cardinals, hey, we'll give you Christian McCaffrey, we'll give you Bijan Robinson.
Fuck, man, we got to deal with him. So we have a 1-2 punch. We got Jeremiah Love we're going to have to deal with, and James Conner on the Cardinals, bro. James Conner is not a bad running back because we had trouble tackling that dude. Even when we had dudes like Nick Bosa, Fred Warner, bro. Fuck, man.
In a backfield slot, or is he wide? Kid doesn't fumble the football. What I want to see is, remember the Chargers got LaDainian.
I'm seeing what you're talking about. We're about to see who you pick up, KBS, but I'm over here tripping now about the division because it just heats up the division now.
We're taking him at pick number 34.
So, Mel, let's take a look at Jeremiah Love as he joins the commissioner. He's the third running back selected in the top 3 in the last 20 years, joining Saquon Barkley and Trent Richardson.
You see it, kid. Remember Tony Dorsett, 99 yards on a Monday night against the Vikings? This kid in a blink. You watch him here. What is he going to do? He's going to take it to the house. This kid is awesome. He's dynamic. He had, like I said, all those runs, over 29 yards and 36 runs, 15 runs the last 2 years that were game breakers for free. He caught the ball.
All right, y'all pick is in. See all y'all get, bro.
Catches everything. That after the catch, forget about it. As I said, never fumbled the football at Notre Dame.
We always had this conversation. Love the player, the Arizona Cardinals, we're supposed to build our team inside out, front to back. They got James Conner, they got Tyler Algiers in the offseason. Now you have Jeremiah Love. It just seems to me they're going about this, building this team.
Hey,
in a different
I don't know
way
if
than
you
I would.
noticed, but Juan Jennings
love
has
the
still not
players,
been signed,
but
by the
I
way,
disagree
Lido.
with the pick for Arizona.
Well, look, they still do need to build their team front to back, and they need to
So.
be strong down the middle. But again, there's more depth on the offensive line in this stretch that they're going to have to go to work on and try and get some of it, but you can't pass this kid up.
I don't think we're not coming back with Juan, though. What is his name? Christian Kirk? I'm trying to get used to his name. Because you got him and Mike Evans. We pretty much replaced both Ayuk and Juan Jennings. So
You know, my dad was the first person that believed in me, and man, he didn't sacrifice a lot to get me to this point.
I think
So,
we go and
I
look
gotta
for a
pay him
younger
back,
wide
pay
receiver
my
in the
family
draft
back,
this year again.
And I'm looking forward to get to work in Arizona. You feel me?
I feel you. You are the first running back to be taken in the top 5 since 2018. Why will your skill set translate to the NFL?
I mean, it's just a blessing, you know. I feel very honored to represent the running backs, and I'm going to put on for them. I'm going to put on for all football players. I'm going to put on for Notre Dame. I'm going to put on for my family. And lastly, I'm going to put on for the Cardinals. We're going to do some special things together.
Congratulations, Jeremiah.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh, by the way, I got to do reactions this year again. To like I got to do reactions again to what I think teams are gonna do.
All of a sudden, here you are celebrating the selection of a running back by the Arizona Cardinals at number 3. I don't even know who you are anymore.
First pick, yeah. I see edge or O-line too. Unless we trade it out. I'm hearing rumors we may trade the first round pick out though.
No, you talk about a guy. First, second best player in the draft. He's number 2 for me, right there with Mendoza. You're picking 3rd overall. You can't reach for CC Maui, a tackle out of Miami. Can't reach for any of the
Still wondering who the
offensive
Titans
line.
just picked up.
In your top 3, that's Jeremiah Love. Then you got to fix the offensive line.
All right, and so let's move it forward now. The Tennessee Titans are making their selection. In fact, I see on the screen behind me.
Pick's already
that their
in,
pick
so.
is in. With new coach Robert Saleh, you see him there.
Parnell
in the
Tate.
center of all of
They
it.
went wide
go a
receiver.
number of different directions here, Booger. What are you anticipating?
Well, they can go one of two ways. They can get somebody on the defensive side of the football to line up.
Yeah,
against
a pick and a
Simmons
player,
him,
or
somebody with Cam
a pick or a player, or hear me, we just trade 2 for like 2 picks. Because I was telling KBS, bro, that first round picks are worth a lot in the NFL draft. So even if it's a late round first round pick.
Chooses to go Arvell Reese, Sonny Styles.
And it could be 2 late rounders, man. I'd be okay with that. We don't draft well in the first round, bro. Most of our first round picks have been bust.
Tennessee goes. We'll find out in a moment. Here he is. The commissioner
Great pickup for the Titans, man.
Number 4.
I know they need help, but I'm actually excited to watch how the Titans play with Robert Saleh and stuff over there. It's gonna be a great team this year.
NFL draft. The Tennessee Titans select Carnell Tate. Wide receiver, Ohio State.
I got a special spot in my my heart for Robert Saleh, so
wow, that one sends a charge through this
y'all got some help right there at wide receiver now for Cam Ward, so
Carnell Tate is the 6th Buckeyes wide receiver
I am
to get
too.
drafted in the first round in the last 5 drafts. He started 25 games opposite Jeremiah Smith the past 2 seasons, caught 103 balls for 13 touchdowns. Mel,
he's already
now I'm just chilling until we get to the 27th pick. So, bro went from pissed to happy. Y'all got fucked over by Jeremiah Love. Then y'all end up getting Carnell Tate. So, Giants pick is in. So, Browns on the clock.
Had a great year for Ohio State. Jeremiah Smith certainly helped out. Jeremiah Smith's going to be one of the top 3 players drafted next year. This kid's had some help certainly to Ohio State, with Smith being that guy on the other side that everybody had to worry about. But for Carnell Tate, he checks the boxes. He's not, I think, the elite receiver that you think about in the top 5, but you know what you're getting, Lou.
This is like my favorite time of year too. Now it's like I made this a fucking tradition, right? Where we do an NFL watch party. Watch, eventually my watch parties will be with more people in the background.
Who I saw at Stanford a couple years ago, he led the team as far as wide receivers are concerned with 500.
I have to do a watch party one year
Only
with my
other
dad,
team
my
had a
brother,
wide
and a couple of my
receiver who led the
homies.
team with less yardage. I mean, with more yardage. That's just above 500. That's the New York Jets. So they need more weapons.
And I don't care what jersey you got on, type of shit, or none of that. It's the draft. And be proud of your squad, you know?
What a great pick for Cam Ward. I promise you, he's happy right now.
And when you understand what new offensive coordinator Brian Daboll is going to do, I think he loves Cam Ward. He wanted to pick Cam Ward when he was the head coach of the New York Giants. Now you have Cam Ward as your quarterback when you're the offensive coordinator in Tennessee. And I think now he has a weapon on the outside. And so you get an opportunity to fairly judge your young quarterback. You got to get your young quarterback a playmaker, and Carnell Tate. Now, he's going to be asked to be the number one. At Ohio State, he wasn't the one. How does he adjust when the coverage is rolled to him? How does he adjust when the game plan is for him? That's something he's going to have to adjust to. But as far as being a solid, safe guy, he catches the football with his hands. He understands how to run routes. And I don't care about the speed. He knows how to separate. Just look at the balls that he went deep on and beat DB after DB for deep balls in the Big Ten.
So Carnell Tate becomes the first Ohio State player off the board in this draft. I'm not sure how many people saw that coming, with Arvell Reese available and Sonny Styles available and Caleb Downs.
I mean, yeah, y'all already do kind of have a running back, but having Jeremiah Love back there would help too. But still, y'all need you need help in the air, so to throw that ball and air it out. So
who's standing by with Carnell Tate?
Carnell, what do you want from quarterback Cam Ward to know about what you'll bring to this Titans offense?
I'm a reliable target for him. Whenever he needs me, I'm there for him. I'm always open.
You had a really incredible moment where you wanted to honor your late mom, Ashley, tonight. Can you show us how you had her name inscribed on the inside of your jacket? And as you're showing us, how did she help you achieve your dreams that you wanted to achieve, but that were also her dreams?
Yeah, my mom, she's my everything. She was my rock. She's my world. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here. She sacrificed everything for me. I'm forever in debt of it.
I know she'd be so proud tonight, Carnell. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, that is what this night is about. It is about the fates and fortunes of every team in the NFL being reshaped, and it is about the wildest dreams of these young men and their families coming true directly before your eyes. Mendoza, Bailey, Love, and Tate are the first four. The New York Giants are on the clock. You're watching the NFL Draft on ESPN.
really, I thought I was watching the FIFA World Cup. No, I'm just playing, bro. I'm just playing. They are on a commercial. Even though this is probably ahead, so. So Giants picks and Browns are on the clock. Who are the Browns going to go for, though? Plus, Deshaun Watson will probably be back this year. Find out if he's any good, though. So what I realized last year, because of how the NFL draft is, especially for me, so it goes like this, bro, where I would watch at 5 o'clock p.m. and it end at 8 o'clock. I think it'll probably end at like 7 o'clock tonight. Yo, what the fuck? Yo, Chiefs just traded up. Oh, hell nah. We have our first trade, bro. What's up, Edit? How you doing, man? Welcome into the live, man. Nah, Browns just traded up, bro. As soon as bro said that. It's been hella long though. Who the Giants picking?
But
Still on a commercial? Hold on, I'm curious. Let's see. Yeah, they just so the Chiefs just traded their 9th for the 6th. They traded up. The Chiefs have 2 picks in this fucking first round. All right? Yeah, and then they have the 29th pick.
Welcome back to Pittsburgh, the National Football League draft. The New York Giants selection is in at number 5. And here comes the commissioner, Roger Goodell, to make the announcement. We can see he's brought some special guests along to help him do it.
In partnership with the Tragedy Assistance Program for Survivors.
Arvell Reese just went to the Giants.
One of the NFL Salute to Service.
They just
partners.
picked up an edge.
We are honored to
That's
recognize
2 edge rushers in the
family
5th
of United
and the first
States
5
Army
picks, man.
Major Paul C. Volke.
Now the Commanders are on the clock.
Sustained tragic.
Hey, watch the Commanders trade us
in
right now.
Afghanistan. He is survived by his spouse Tracy and their 2 sons Andrew and Benjamin.
Watch the Commanders trade us, bro.
He was raised in the Hudson Valley and was
Trade us for freaking Brandon Ayuk.
Giants. A tradition he proudly passed on to his son.
Not for a first round though. I would laugh my ass off they did that though. I would laugh. I'm wondering who the Chiefs want getting to, bro.
With the 5th overall pick of the 2026 NFL Draft, the New York Football Giants select Arvell Reese, linebacker from the Ohio State University.
At number 5 overall, that is the highest pick any John Harbaugh team has made in his head coaching career. And this one is the guy you send off the bus first.
I think so too, bro. But if the Chiefs don't do that, I'm gonna be baffled why they moved up then.
At the combine, a consensus All-American Lewis and the Big Ten linebacker of the year.
I went out to Columbus to watch him work out, Greeny, and he was working out with his shirt off, and I'm just sitting there going, that's right out of Central Casting now. That's exactly what you're looking for.
I mean,
and just as defensive
I get it for the Chiefs, but
identification.
that's not going to help whoever they pick up right now because,
a weapon for new defensive coordinator.
I mean, to be honest, there's no Patrick Mahomes, and we don't know when he'll be back this season. He could be back late October or November. That's my opinion, late October, November, but we'll see.
And they had the great LT. Think of some of the guys they have now at linebacker in this new 3-4 booger. They got Brian Burns, Tremaine Edmonds inside, Abdul Carter, Kayvon Thibodeau, and now Arvell Reese. Are you kidding me? Can you imagine the kind of things they're going to be able to do with these kind of body types? It's going to be fascinating. They are trying to play lights-out defense. And this guy, Mel, just like we talked about with Jeremiah Love on the offensive side of the ball, he is a weapon because you can use him in so many different ways, which we're going to see here. You can just have him do so many different things. And pass rush is the thing that he's most green at so far because he hasn't really worked at it as he can't get that hat on.
That's a lot of
That's all right, man. It still looks good.
Chiefs pick is in. Come on, bro. Shown on the screen now.
20 years old, won't turn 21 until the week before his rookie season begins. So much room still to grow for this extraordinary player. Lewis, show us some of the tape.
Well, look, you're talking about a Greeny already at 6'4", 241 pounds, and runs 4.46. That's the number one thing that jumps off at you, on tape, is the guy's just absolute crazy speed and his range to be able to run people down all over the football field. And you'll just see it here. He's just going to track Katron Allen.
Yeah, we already been live for an hour, bro.
He's going to stuff it for no gain whatsoever. He doesn't have to just line up off the ball in a stack position.
Come on, bro. I'm wondering who the Chiefs picking.
He'll whip tight ends. He can do both. here with his power rush. You think it's just all about speed. He just takes this offensive tackle and puts two hands in his chest and just drives him back into quarterback and collapses the pocket. And then if you do want to see the speed and the bend coming off the edge, he's got it naturally. This is something he's going to have to develop. But, man, with all the different body types that they have in the New York Giants right now in the linebacker room, they have got an embarrassment of riches. Denard Wilson, defensive coordinator, you're on the clock now. You've got some guys to work with.
All right, Marriott Banboy is going to take us back down to the stage. Now Laura is standing by with Arvell Reese. Laura.
Arvell, what have the Giants shared with you about how they plan to utilize you in their defense?
You know, the Giants told me they're going to get unique with me. They said they're going to use me in a bunch of unique ways, so I'm looking forward to that.
It hasn't been easy for you, this journey. What can you say about those that have helped you all the way back to your days at Glenville High School in Ohio?
Yeah, I can't say nothing but thank you. You know, it's a bunch of childhood coaches I done had. You know, my high school coaches, my parents, my family, my brothers. All I can say is thank you.
And you got the hat to fit, finally.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Laura, thank you. So a pair of pass rushers are now New York bound. David Bailey to the Jets.
The hat don't fit because that shit not a snapback, bro.
Here at number 6,
That's why I like snapback hats, bro. You can adjust that shit.
Into this spot. Adam Schefter was standing by. Schefter, what can you tell us?
All right, Greeny, the Browns had been shopping this pick for weeks, and finally they found a taker in the Kansas City Chiefs, who are giving up the 9th overall pick, 3rd-round pick, and a 5th-round pick.
Fuck?
3 picks to go up to number 6.
They went cornerback from LSU?
Along the pass rush. They need help in the secondary. We'll see how it works out.
Yo.
Has made the first trade of the first round, moving up to 6, Greeny.
We would anticipate there will
Yo, that's crazy, bro.
You think they go offense or defense?
Well, look at the teams they jumped. Washington and New Orleans. What are we looking at there? Jordan Tyson, wide receiver, Arizona State.
Carnell Tate already off the board, so we'll see if Tyson is the player. We'll find out momentarily. Again, the Kansas City Chiefs not accustomed to choosing this high in the draft. Here comes the commissioner to make the announcement of the Chiefs at number 6.
With the 6th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Mansour.
He said worst pick in the draft.
Defensive back, LSU.
Why though, bro? They didn't need to go for that. I feel like am I wrong? But weren't the Chiefs corners actually kind of good this year?
Trent McDuffie to the Rams this offseason, and his
or last year, excuse me.
Later signed with LA as well.
They didn't really have too many bad cornerbacks, so why do you pay for a fucking first rounder? Plus, he's a first round pick, so now in a couple years, that guy's going to be making crazy money.
The first thing you have to ask yourself is, can he play man coverage? Can you line up and play man to man? You can check that box. Number 2, can he play zone coverage? Can he play off?
That's true, but you could. I think he would have been around later, bro.
Does he panic when the ball is in the air? He doesn't do that. So when you look at Mansour Delane, you're getting the best of both worlds. You're getting a guy that's very patient, that can play man coverage.
I think they could have waited till the 29th pick, bro. To be honest, I think he would have still been available. I could have got the 29th pick, but that early right now, bro?
He can turn the football over for your team. You talk to defensive back coach Corey Raymond, and he's had some great ones down there. Morris Claiborne, Patrick Peterson, Tyrann Mathieu. He's right in that same elk, Mel, with all those guys.
Came out of Archbishop Spalding High School, right? Watching play high school football. To see him get to this point, Louis had talked about it. Virginia Tech, inconsistent. Made some big plays with interceptions, gave up some. At LSU this year, started off the Clemson game, he had an interception, breakup. He took his game to a new level. Everybody thought he'd be a 4-5 guy, an under 4-4 at the workout. I had him right now as the 14th best player in this draft. I think it's a bit of a reach, but guess what? With Jermod McCoy and that lingering knee injury, he became the guy at corner that you got to get, because there's really, right now, no locked corner because of McCoy's injury. Maybe Colton Hood gets in there, maybe Chris Johnson, San Diego State, but that made Mansour Delane much more valuable at the top of the draft because of McCoy falling back just a bit.
Yeah, they're betting on that ascension that you're talking about, Mel, that he's on currently as far as how
what the fuck? Yeah, you just seen that too, Little?
They lost 2 of them this
the Chiefs low-key just fucked themselves off of that pick. Browns got the
Guy who, look, he just absolutely balled out all year long. He supports the run. He makes plays on the football. He's so aggressive at the catch point. He can do
That's
it all.
nah,
He has really
bro.
developed his game.
They make the aggressive move. They go up and get their man, and Marriott Bonvoy takes us back to Laura, who's with Mansour Delay.
Mansour, you just said, wow, this is crazy. The Chiefs traded up to get you. What did they tell you about why you were so important to them?
Sure, really just the way I play the game. You know, this confidence they have in me, they weren't really on me too much in this process, but they said they just wanted to keep it quiet and make that sneak move, and they made the best move in the draft, so I'm excited.
You were once a little boy dreaming of this very night where you would become an NFL player. What would that little boy say now?
Man, don't stop now. Don't stop now. You got what you dreamed of, but, man, let's make a mark on this league.
Congratulations.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right, Laura, thank you very much. And so the next selection is in. We mentioned the
Hey,
games will be quicker.
I might actually be able to get the Dart Monkey for free in Fortnite, bro. I was just looking at the sidekick. I know we watching the draft, but I guess Epic Games just posted if you purchase Balloons Tower DC 6 on an eligible item and Balloons Tower DC on the Epic Games Store or PC or mobile. I got this shit for free a couple years ago.
In a division with those quarterbacks, you got to chase. Sonny Styles can do it. He can spy. He can get to the quarterback like a cat.
It's a name that perhaps we had expected to go a little sooner than this. He had one of the truly great showings in the history of the Combine about 6 weeks ago. So that certainly feels like a possibility here. Many had projected that Jeremiah Love might fall all this way. I'd seen him projected to the Commanders multiple times. Here comes the commissioner with a pair of Hall of Famers on either side to announce the 7th pick in this year's draft.
What are the Commanders going for, huh? Let's see.
The Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year Award.
Sonny Styles. They're going for a linebacker, huh?
To one player each year and celebrates their profound impact on and off the field. I'm joined on stage by former winners Lynn.
All right, Saints are on, or Saints pick is in. Browns are on the clock.
And the league welcomed its newest member to the prestigious club 2 months ago.
Yeah, not bad pick for the Commanders.
Six-time
I mean, they could have traded first for Brandon Ayuk for that 7th, though. I would have been cool with that.
On behalf of the Payton family and nationwide,
I'm just playing. That shit is not happening.
This week to make their community and the league a better place.
Holy glaze, bro.
With the 7th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Washington Commanders select Sonny Styles, linebacker, Ohio State.
Now, this is the first time that Ohio State has had 3 players selected in the first 7 overall. Sonny Styles, Lewis, you talked about him earlier, played safety his first 2 seasons in Columbus, switched to linebacker.
Bro, Tim the Tap Man just said, if the Cowboys don't draft a defensive player with our first pick, I'm deactivating. Let me just go ahead and repost that.
Right now, Greeny, as far as his development, very similar to Arvell Reese, and you're going to see it here, the things that he can do. His football instinct and his football IQ when it comes to playing linebacker, having been a former safety, are just continuing to improve, getting pre-snap tells so that he can play downhill, key and diagnose, make PFLs like that. That's exactly what you want. A guy who's a former safety, how is he going to be able to play at the line of scrimmage as far as setting blocks and still being able to be productive at the point of attack? You see it there. He's getting better at that. His lateral agility, when you have a guy who's this big and covers this much ground, that's going to be no problem for him. He's going to chase ball carriers down all over the field. And then his recognition and his reaction, his ability to transition in man or zone coverage. Again, the safety background comes into play. That's something he's going to excel at on 3rd down once he gets to the league. Who's another guy who made this transition? The great Hall of Famer Brian Urlacher, who played that robber position in those 3 safeties looked at New Mexico, transitioned into being one of the great linebackers with his height, his weight, his speed, and then eventually his physicality. That's what Sonny Styles is going to be. And here's the topper. This kid has no chinks in his armor when you're talking about football character. He is the creme de la creme when it comes to football character. He will be the face of that franchise along with Jaden Daniels.
When you have a guy that's this long A lot of the coaches talk to me about him in pass coverage. We see the athleticism, but his wingspan is so big. Now, when he drops back in zone coverage, he's going to be hard to throw over. You got to fit the ball over a guy that's 6'4" with over an 80-inch wingspan. Nowadays, with so much zone coverage and so much too high safety, now you have another guy in the middle of the field that can take up a ton of space, Mel.
He was Sonny Styles. He cut down dramatically on the missed tackles. He transitioned safety to linebacker off ball. 2024, a lot of missed tackles. 2025, very few. He actually had 13 more tackles for Arvell Reese. As far as the sack number, he got after the quarterback his first year at off ball, had 6 sacks in 2024. He had 2 in the playoffs, 1 against Texas and 1 at Notre Dame. Now, he only had 1 sack this past season. He showed 2 years ago he could give you that pass rush. He is a tremendously talented player with so many versatile, mobile, athletic quarterbacks. This kid can track you down big time. They get the 4th best player, in my opinion, with 7th pick. Great choice for Washington.
Of course, his dad, Lorenzo Styles, was also a great player at Ohio State. Marriott Bonvoy takes us down to Laura and Sonny Styles.
Sonny, we saw your smile when you looked at that Commanders jersey and you put on the hat. What should Commanders fans know about what they're getting in you?
Oh man, I love the game. I love the guys. I love the brotherhood. I'm excited to be a part of the organization. Coach Quinn, Mr. Peters, the whole staff. I love everyone there. I remember I was there a few weeks ago. I told Coach Quinn, I was like, hopefully I'll be back soon. He said, we'll see. So I'm super happy.
You have now been drafted. Your brother Lorenzo Jr. will be drafted this weekend. What do you remember about being little boys and imagining this night?
Man, Zoe's, he's my best friend, my inspiration. Just chasing him around. We dreamed about this since we were 5 years old. So to see it all happen, we're living out the dream. But it's just the beginning, just the beginning.
Enjoy this.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, Laura, thank you. This draft is being held in Pittsburgh. You might just as well have moved it down the road to Columbus. We've had 3 Buckeyes in these first 7 picks. Carnell Tate is a Tennessee Titan. Arvell Reese is a New York
Somebody
Giant.
just subscribed, actually. I just noticed.
Is a Washington
Shout out to them for
Commander.
that.
The Saints, and then the Browns, and then the Giants again will select next. You're watching the 91st NFL Draft from Pittsburgh on ESPN.
Commercial break. Alrighty. All right, let's see.
Bonvoy, Mel, who are they?
Oh, they just went Jordan Tyson.
Caleb Downs, what a safety he was, and certainly one of the smartest
Picked
players.
up a wide receiver for Arizona State.
Ever coached. Jordan Tyson loved the kid. I think he's wide receiver one, most talented wideout in this draft, and the two versatile offensive linemen. Now we know a right tackle guard, Bono, right tackle guard center, and Makai Lemon, boy, he plays fierce. Love the kid. He also has return skills.
All right, the New Orleans Saints selection is in, and the commissioner.
Now I'm curious to who the Browns are gonna go for, bro. Since trading that pick, they won that trade though.
Having traded back with Kansas City a bit earlier than the Giants will make their second pick of the night. But here comes New Orleans and the commissioner, Roger Goodell, ready with the announcement.
He said they were eyeing him down. Watch, you're gonna see Giants fans sending hate now. Why have Giants fans been the most toxic this offseason, to be honest, bro?
With the 8th pick,
Out of all the teams, bro.
2026
Even the Seahawks haven't been that bad.
The New Orleans Saints select Jordan Tyson, wide receiver, Arizona State.
Oh, there you go. The
Hey,
talent is
somebody need to get Roger Goodell off the stage because he just said New Orleans Saints, bro. Then he said a wide receiver. I don't know if y'all heard that, but I definitely did.
Spectacular when he was on the field. All Big 12 each of the last 2 years at Arizona State, 136 catches, 18 touchdowns, Mel, and he rushed for another.
He is a talented football player. He was my career number one wide
Motherfucker had too much to drink already.
Where he can be if he stays healthy. Got some durability issues during his career, but if he stays healthy, he can be not.
Somebody need to tell the commissioner to lead by example, bro. You're getting on people that be doing drugs and shit, but he over here drunk off his ass.
Jordan Tyson becoming the number one wideout. Guess what? You think about Chris Olave, right? You learn a lot from Olave. Jordan Tyson can make any catch you ask him to make. He can go high, he can go low. He's tremendous after the catch, guys. Love this football player. Hey, he had a hamstring. He tried to play and injured the other hamstring. Why? Because he's so competitive. What did Kenny Dillingham say? I had to try to protect Tyson from Tyson because he wouldn't get off the field. And he didn't have a chance to rest it. He never ran a 40 because he didn't train for it. But he worked out last week, had a great workout, and now Jordan Tyson goes to the Saints and helps that young quarterback, as they did with Cam Ward, getting Carnell Tate. You pair a young quarterback with a great receiver. That's what Jordan Tyson can be if he stays healthy.
Here's the thing I'll say about the injury history. Everybody
Saints might be a team to look at this year. I'm saying that because the Buccaneers no longer have Mike Evans because where did Mike Evans go? To my squad.
He's the most talented wide receiver in the draft. He gives you vibes screening of Odell Beckham Jr. He can catch the football with ease. He's explosive, and he can make big plays from anywhere on the field.
Hines Ward did. Hines Ward coached Jordan Tyson. This kid's ready for the National Football League.
Guys, I wonder if you can see the emotion in the face there of Jordan Tyson, who was overcome on his way to the stage. What a moment. And what a reminder of what this night is about. Of course, it's about what the Saints are going to have in him as a football player, but it's also about the culmination of a lifetime of work, and you see it all coming out in Jordan Tyson as he made that walk.
But full stop. This is the best wide receiver in the draft. Look, I love Carnell Tate.
I might actually be watching this kid. Jordan Tyson, bro.
This guy right
You can tell that kid's emotional, bro.
He is big. He is super explosive. He is tough. He can run every route. He can play all three positions. He can play the Z, the X, the slot. I'm just telling you now. Him, Chris Olave, Travis Etienne, Tyler Shuck is sitting there going, oh yeah, buddy. We're on here comes the Saints now. This is a nice draft pick. Kellen Moore's got to be ecstatic that this kid is sitting there for them to pick.
And here's the thing about it, Greeny. You see that emotion? Because all
Honestly, the Giants don't deserve his
all we
ass,
kept
man.
saying, he's injury
Saints
prone.
deserve him.
Everybody tried to knock this young man down because of the injury. So that emotion coming out is somebody believed in him when everybody doing the process says they
I mean, the Giants should have traded for the 8th round pick then. Yeah.
Standing by with Jordan Tyson.
But I mean, they're not wrong because I did watch that kid a bit this year, and they're saying
What were
how
you thinking in those moments?
he plays injured too. So
Lord's doing work on me, and he's not done. We're just gonna keep this thing rolling. I'm gonna give it my all, and that's all I can do.
What can you say to those out there who may deal with adversity, injuries in this game, some of the things that you've handled about perseverance?
The Lord said it's gonna be hard, and you have to persevere. Life is not easy. Keep going, boy. You got it. You strong. I promise you, you're so strong. Just keep going. You got it.
I actually watched quite a couple games last year too of Arizona State. So
What a moment. Booger, as
like
you were
not
pointing
like
out,
reacting
the
to her
number
on
of times
stream,
over the
but
last year or so, he must have wondered if this moment would ever come.
Well, no doubt, Green, and everyone
so
throughout the process, we knew
Spencer
about the talent, but we
but
just
no
kept
just
talking
got
about
picked
the
up
negativity,
by
injuries.
the
Is he gonna be
Browns.
healthy? He missed
Giants
5 of
picks
3
in.
games. That
Dolphins
doesn't hurt
on
him.
the
And now
clock.
the emotion you see coming out is well deserved by him.
So the booing that you hear behind us is because the Cleveland Browns pick is in, and that, of course, is the arch rival of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Miller, we have 30 seconds. What are we looking at?
Yeah, so Browns just went offensive tackle.
You got Monroe Freeling, Georgia. You got the right tackle, C.C. Malinoa, right tackle guard Miami. But the left tackle spot, so critical. Always heard about Cleveland as Caden Proctor and Monroe Freeling. Now they got a shot to make the pick. Take one of those two guys and you trade down, get 2 extra picks by doing it. Great move by the Cleveland Browns to GM Andrew Berry.
Cleveland maneuvering their way back in the draft, and they have not seen any offensive linemen go off the board to this point. So if that is the direction they go, they will have their choice of whomever it is they want. We will find it out right now. And a pick that they got by trading back with Kansas City. The Browns are here at 9, and the commissioner will make the announcement.
With the 9th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Spencer Fano, tackle, Utah.
And there he is, the first.
Bro's at home. He's hyped. You can tell.
Off the board in this class. And look at the celebration at home in Utah. Highly decorated.
Yo, Giants went offensive tackle too. That's back to back, bro.
Last year, the Big 12 Offensive Lineman of the Year, and Melly won the Outram Trophy as the best lineman in the country.
Played 11 games at left tackle in 2023, plugging 1 game at right tackle. Then he became the right tackle. With Caleb Lomu the last few years was the left tackle. So for a guy
Me and my brother was talking about it. I wouldn't be mad if we went and picked up an offensive tackle because it would help out Trent Williams, give him a little bit of break on the field because that man is getting older. I know he signed a contract, but we're going to need a replacement eventually. The Trent ain't going to be with us forever.
I think Cleveland is going to put him at the left tackle spot, which he played early on in his freshman season.
Look, quarterbacks in Cleveland had a tough time last year.
Oh, dude, I forgot about that. You're not wrong.
He's one of those guys who has positional versatility, can go to right or left. They just need to figure out the best.
See who the Dolphins pick.
And make sure they can keep whoever winds up being their quarterback off the ground.
All right, the commissioner is making his way back again. The New York Giants earlier this evening on the 5th pick in the draft took Arvell Reese, and now they have their 2nd selection of the evening here at number 10. The commissioner is ready with the announcement.
With the 10th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select Francis Malinoa, tackle, Miami.
No way. Miami and fucking Dallas just traded picks. Dallas couldn't wait another fucking round.
He was a top 10 recruiter in the nation coming out of IMG, so he's been on the radar a long time. a consensus All-American.
Sorry.
But Mel,
Yeah,
too,
Cowboys
was only
couldn't wait
20
another
years old.
round, bro.
Will not turn 21 until June.
Guess what, guys? He started 42 games.
I'm gonna be honest though, yeah. If Dallas doesn't trade for a defensive player, this is gonna be wild.
He excelled driving defenders off the ball.
They gotta go at least edge or linebacker,
Leg drive. He sustained his
or even D line, but cornerback wouldn't be a good pick. I'll tell you that.
Has the base anchor versus power, good punch move. He came a long way as a pass protector. As a right tackle, kind of writing him off, saying, well, he's got to go to guard. I don't think so. I think he can be a right tackle in the NFL, and if he struggles down the line, then you kick him inside the guard. But Francis Mauigoa, CC Mauigoa, came a long way this year and became with the back injury, the herniated disc. Maybe worried a couple teams early, but he was projected to go in this general area. So the back injury really didn't push him down the board at all, Lou.
Yeah, look, he's one of those guys.
It's just interesting, bro.
Down the Coral Gables and talked to Mario Cristobal. He said this
because why did Dallas decide to trade the 12th for the 11th, and what they give up for that? Hold on, I'm about to go look. They had to give something up for that.
That's who they were running behind, big number 61. So John Harbaugh knows. He knows Jackson Dart has to stay healthy. Quarterback stats aren't just an offensive line stat. They're also a quarterback stat. But they need to be firmer up front. They need to settle on a group of 5. He needs to be one of the people who leads the charge. This is a foundational building block about one of – look, you want to build it front to back, inside out, right? Here it is. This is how you do it.
And if you look at what the Giants have done.
Yeah, but I'm still looking because you know how NFL teams are. They'll still try to request certain shit.
Can affect the ball in the front 7 on defense, and from an offensive line stand, this is a powerful player. You're talking about moving men against their will, the most powerful offensive talent.
I just want to check. I know it's one pick,
but I think he's a right tackle all day, every day. And now you have a guy that when you need that tough yard, when you need,
I don't see nothing, so it should be all right.
You can run behind CC Mauigoa.
Certainly sounds like a John Harbaugh kind of team, doesn't it? Making those decisions on the offensive line. It's a new era for the New York Giants, and they are building it on the line of scrimmage. Perhaps
come on, who Dallas get? They don't go defensive player. That's going to be baffling, though.
Into the next spot, so they'll be making the next selection. But before we do that, we do this. Marriott Bonvoy, Laura, standing by with Francis Mauigoa.
CC, what do you want to tell Jackson Dart about how you'll help protect him on this Giants O-line?
I'll die about this shit, man. Man, I'm ready to die for you, man. I know a lot of things has happened, bro, but I'm ready to die for you, bro.
You have an ode to American Samoa on your jacket and your family, and even growing up there, you had to create your own football gear. There's a lot of kids that you're a role model for. They're watching tonight. What's your message to them?
Hey, man. Born and raised in American Samoa.
Bro, he about to have fucking CTE like Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterboo.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Might want to be watch out what you say, big boy. I'm just saying.
There is the jacket that Laura referenced, a tribute to American Samoa. So the New York Giants again building it from the line of scrimmage. That's Arvell Reese.
For Bane, no cap. Yeah.
They're both headed to the Giants.
We're gonna see where he goes.
Cowboys have moved up. They will select next as the NFL draft continues from Pittsburgh in just a moment.
No commercial, bruh. Hold on, I'm gonna go take a restroom break, bro. I gotta take a leak real quick. Be back in like a minute or 2 minutes. There should be nothing that happens. If I do, I'll come back and see it. Who did Dallas? Oh, Khalib Downs. That's crazy. It's still on a commercial on here. So I put some in the microwave because we kind of hungry, bro. So turn back this on though for now.
Presented by Bud Light. And leading up to this night, there'd been a great deal of speculation. Would the Dallas Cowboys move up? Well, the answer turns out to be yes. They move up one spot. You see the compensation that they offer to the Miami Dolphins to move up to this one spot. So obviously a player the Cowboys identified that they could absolutely not afford to pass up on, and we'll find out who that player is. Here comes the commissioner to announce the Cowboys selection at number 11.
With the 11th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Caleb Downs, defensive back, Ohio State.
Another Ohio State star. He actually was the SEC Freshman of the Year at Alabama in 2023. Transferred when Nick Saban retired. Off to Ohio State, where he was a unanimous All-American in both of his seasons. Won the Lott Trophy, the Jim Thorpe Award, Mel, and a national champion.
What do the Cowboys need on defense? A culture change, right? They need an alpha coming in there. This team allowed 30 or more points in 9 football games. Jerry Jones is watching his offense, stacking friends, go up and down the field. Then the opposition's going to go right back and answer every touchdown and keep scoring. They're still scoring against that Cowboy defense. They couldn't stop anybody. This kid is going to tolerate nothing but winning, nothing but working. He's the smartest football player Nick Saban ever coached because Nick said it, right? You talk about that freshman year. First Alabama freshman to lead the team in tackles in school history. He had 16.3 average per punt return with a touchdown in 2024. He played for 3 different defensive coordinators. This kid may not be Cal Hamilton in terms of being 6'4", 220, but pound for pound, one of the best football players you will ever find. They say he is an alpha. I thought even at 2 from the Jets it would make sense because he will change the culture, and nobody on defense needs more than that than the Dallas Cowboys.
You know, coaches always talk about, I can coach you up, but you got to go on the field and play. When you send him on the field, you have a coach on the field. He's got high-level instincts, and what does that mean? That means you don't have to tell him where the play's coming. He can feel it out. He's seen enough football. He can get guys lined up. When you look at a Cowboy defense that needs to get better in a lot of areas, you're going to have your coach in the back end and Caleb Downs, an instinctual playmaker. I'm not concerned about his size. There's some concern about his size and the tackling. I didn't see him miss many tackles, Luke. I think he'll be able to get ball carriers down.
What he's going to bring is just a calming influence, a calming, communicative, playmaking influence in the secondary that they lacked last year. Last year, not only did they get beat physically, they had miscommunications, coverage, busts, all that stuff. And look, Mel, you talked about it. Where he comes from, having played at Alabama for Nick and having played now at Ohio State, where he was at, without a doubt, him and Sonny and Arbel ran that show there. He's going to run the show in Dallas. He's going to go in there from day one. And new defensive coordinator Christian Parker is going to say, hey, look, we moved up in the first for a reason, to bring you in here as you're one of the people who's one of the forward-facing people on the team, and we need you to make plays and get people on the same page and not miss tackles just like you did at Ohio State. He was an absolute sniper at Ohio State as a tackle. You rarely saw somebody get loose from him once he put his hands on him.
Okay, Dolphins haven't got nobody yet.
Turn that
We bet. Sorry, guys. I want you to go grab.
ESPN's draft predictor, there was only a 12% chance that Caleb Downs would be available at number 11, so the Cowboys may have gotten themselves a steal here, and Caleb Downs is standing by now with Laura. Marriott Bonvoy takes us down to the stage. Laura.
Caleb, you're celebrating this. You're taking it all in. And just moments ago, you were on the phone with Jerry Jones. What did he tell you about the Cowboys' plans to use you?
First of all, I just want to say thank God. Without that, none of us would be here. Just thanks for my Savior, Jesus Christ. But it was a great conversation. I honestly couldn't hear him much. I was too excited to listen. So,
hey, at least bro keeping it real.
And be committed to the team.
How they
later what he said. Now, your brother Josh is a wide receiver for the Colts. Your dad Gary, a running
Alabama.
back.
One of y'all Alabama players just got picked up.
You now get to carry on this legacy.
That's an awesome feeling. Honestly, God's left me a lot of favor to be in this situation, and I'm so thankful to be here. And our family, I can't even say enough words about them. There's a lot of love there.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
So Caleb Downs is a Dallas Cowboy. The Miami Dolphins up next.
That's 3 offensive tackles off the board, bro.
Almost everything We have 30 seconds.
They do.
Where do you go from here?
Well, you got Monroe Freeling and you got Caden Proctor, the two offensive linemen I was talking about from Cleveland Browns, still on the board. They could go any direction, but it all begins up front. And you got to give your quarterback, Malik Willis, a fighting chance. So the offensive linemen are there.
Yo, the Rams have 2 picks or one? One. This the Rams' first round pick in how many years, though? Let me see.
New quarterback, new opportunities, and let's see which player they've chosen as their first pick tonight. Here comes Roger Goodell, pick number 12 tonight for the Dolphins.
How long has it been for a first round pick for the Los Angeles Rams?
With the 12th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select Caden Proctor, tackle, Alabama.
Well, there he is. And I don't need to tell you, the first thing you notice is the size. He is 6'7", 352 pounds. 3-year starter at left tackle, of freshman, All-American in 2023, All-SEC each of the last 2 years, consensus All-American in 2025.
So you look at Caden Proctor, the talent is in abundance. He should be.
Yo, they haven't had a first round pick in 3 years, so see who the Rams get.
When he was playing at Alabama. First game against Florida State, he struggled. He had some concentration lapses, focus lapses. He allowed a sack, 2 quarterback hits, 3 hurries, and a penalty in that game. Second half of that game against the Seminoles, he had all kinds of problems in that game. He got better as the season went along. I think he qualified somewhat as an underachiever. For all that talent, you got to dominate in college. Caden Proctor.
Bro, he's hella big, too. 6'6", 352.
He has that talent to be that guy. But
Damn.
in Alabama, there was a few too many missed opportunities and pass protected where he let inferior players beat him. Focus issues in terms of penalties. He's got to figure all that out and become more consistent to realize all that talent and ability that he possesses.
They call him Goonies. That's crazy, bro. Pretty funny name, though.
He's in shape. He can play the left tackle spot.
By the way, I'm looking for the player. If you see him 2KVS, let me know. I'm kind of interested about this dude.
It's all going to be about his motivation. Is he going to be motivated week in and week out to keep
His name's
weight down?
Uar Bernard. Hold on, I'm gonna look up what team he plays for.
Exactly. That's what you're betting on. You're betting on the football character developing to the point where he's a self-starter, right? That you don't have to sit there and you don't have to babysit him all the time and say, hey, look, hey, Caden, it's in your best interest to make sure that your weight's down, because when it's down, you dominate people. This guy moves people against their will. And that's how, when if you're Jeff Hafley, the new head coach down there, that's what he wants from Malik Willis. He wants an offensive line that he can just turn around and hand the football off. And
This guy didn't play for college. I didn't even know that.
He can play all positions, man. You're right. It is all up to him. Yeah. You're making a bet on the fact that the maturity will kick in and the importance of the game will be such that he will keep his weight at a manageable level to where he can dominate. Because the only reason why he doesn't dominate in the NFL is because of himself. Yeah. Because if he's on, it's over. This dude is a problem.
You see the emotion in his face as he made his way down there to meet with Roger Goodell. The Dolphins, again, starting almost from scratch, and seems like a good place to start with an offensive tackle who figures to have a chance to be a dominant player in front of their new quarterback, Marriott Bonvita, Laura, and Caden Proctor.
Caden, you just told me I've never cried like that. The emotion that you experience with your family, what is this moment like for you and letting some of that emotion out?
It's just so surreal, honestly, like having my people around me, you know, they experiencing this shit for the first time. I just don't even know what to say. I'm at a loss for words. You know, I just appreciate the Dolphins for giving me an opportunity to go down there and play. Man, I'm finna go play my ass off, I promise you that.
You have said that the O-linemen are the best athletes on the field. Are you going to be campaigning to be catching some passes, maybe running the ball a little bit out there?
Oh, for sure. You know, coach is giving me a chance. I promise you I'm going to put that ball into that end zone. Promise you that.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Caden Proctor off the board. The L.A. Rams are on the clock. Ty Simpson is in the green room waiting to hear his name called. Will we have a second quarterback selected tonight? We'll find out as we continue round one of the NFL Draft on ESPN.
I was like, who's the other quarterback? Then I'm like, oh yeah, Fernando Mendoza with my dumb ass. Commercial. I would not be surprised if they did that though, went a quarterback for the Rams. Especially because I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo's back for the Rams, and I know that Matthew Stafford's getting older. They're gonna be looking for a quarterback eventually. Oh, what is shit loading? Hold on. Let me fix this. Damn, bro.
As well, but the Rams
They want Ty
have
Simpson.
Long and hard, and they are expected to go back to the offensive side of the football, Greeny.
All right, Shefty, thank you. This is a team, of course, that was on the doorstep of the Super Bowl a year ago. We'll see what direction they choose to go here. The Ravens will come behind them, followed by Tampa Bay, and then the New York Jets will make their second.
Ravens pick is in. Buccaneers are on the clock.
The clock here at 13, and here comes the commissioner with the announcement.
With the 13th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Rams select Ty Simpson, quarterback, Alabama.
Oh my goodness. We have the first true stunner of the 2026 first round. Ty Simpson goes 13 to the Rams. If you've not been following this process, the speculation, or at least the question, had been, would he go in round one at all? He goes 13 to L.A. Let's talk about Ty Simpson. You see the big hug.
I'm not surprised, though, they went quarterback for the Rams. Because no Jimmy G and Matthew Stafford's getting older, bro.
Numbers were great. 28 touchdowns, just 5 interceptions.
And I will say, went to a pretty good organization. The Rams are not a bad team at all.
Jason Simpson.
Plus, he can sit behind Matthew Stafford for a year or two, maybe a little longer. Who knows?
Traded 29 to the Chiefs, right? We thought that trade at 29 was going to take Ty Simpson to put him in a spot where maybe Arizona would have to trade.
That's actually not bad at all. I'm wondering what number he's going to get.
Took him at 13.
Why would you do that when you're built for now with Matthew Stafford? Because they want the heir apparent, obviously, and Ty Simpson. This is a kid up till mid-November, Lou, was at 21 touchdowns and 1 pick. Then he said he got hurt. He was beat up. Then he had 5 straight games with a fumble loss. Then he had a fumble loss in the playoffs as well, right? But he wasn't 100%, he said. He should get a little bigger, a little stronger. To me, Ty Simpson, they're hoping, is the heir apparent to Matthew Stafford.
Look, there's a reason why, and I tried to say this, and there were people who were all over me on social. Look, there's a reason why this young man decided to come out. Him and his inner circle decided to come out, and that was because they felt as though this was going to happen, and I bet they felt as though this was going to happen with this team. He is
Ravens picks in, Buccaneers on the clock.
For this offense, he ran very similar concepts at Alabama. He gets to sit behind Matthew Stafford. People say, well, why would you take a quarterback like this if you're built to win now? Well, the best time to take a quarterback is when you don't need one, not when you're up against the wall and you're forced in picks. He fits perfectly. His tape, you cannot deny. You can go ahead and bang on him for the fact that, you know what, his resume is not that long, but his play this year, he showed some high-level quarterback play. Sean McVay must have saw the same thing, and now he gets to learn from one of the very best to do it in Matthew Stafford.
He showed high-level quarterback play. The 15 starts concern me. I don't think there's a track record for guys that have started 15 games. And then on top of that, Mel, think about this. How does this help the Rams this year? They were arguably the best team in football last year. Matthew Stafford is coming back. This does not help them win this season.
It helps Ty Simpson, though. 15 starts is a risky number. He's got to sit, watch, and learn. He can't be forced in there. The Rams are a team ready to win a Super Bowl. Watch Matthew Stafford. Learn from Matthew Stafford. 15 starts is risky. Now he has a chance to set
Harry Bonvoy, Laura, and Ty Simpson.
Ty, your dad was your coach. He's been a coach for as long as you can remember. As you think about tonight, now that you're a first-round NFL quarterback, how did he help you get here?
I mean, first off, I want to give all the glory to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. The fact that I'm here on the NFL stage of the draft, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. But my dad, he helped me along the way and everything possible, from sitting in meetings to quarterback drills. Shout out UT Martin and everything they've done for me as well.
Now you're going to play in an offense with the Rams. It's similar to the offense that you ran at Alabama. What are you most excited about in learning from Sean McVay and quarterback Matthew Stafford?
Yeah, I mean, two of the greatest minds in, offense, especially with, Coach McVay and the quarterback offensive standpoint. And then, Matthew is one of the greatest of all time. So I'm looking forward to it.
Congratulations, Ty.
Thank you.
Ty Simpson, the third quarterback the Rams have taken in the first round. The others for Sam Bradford and Jared Goff. Adam Schefter, tell us about the Rams' decision here.
Well, Greeny, the Rams talked about it, and they felt this was a rare opportunity at 13 to go get a quarterback. They were so convinced of their decision that earlier today, they called their veteran quarterback Matthew Stafford and told him that they planned to take Ty Simpson tonight at 13. This was a pick that the Rams got from the Falcons, and think about this. When the Atlanta Falcons chose Michael Penix, they did not give Kirk Cousins a heads up. The Rams did that today with Matthew Stafford, and now it's sent it over to the commissioner for the very next pick in the draft, Greeny.
All right, Shefty, that pick belongs to the Ravens, another team in transition.
Ravens just went for a guard. Another offensive
Harbaugh has already made 2
offensive lineman.
With the Giants, and now the Ravens will make their first of the night at number 14. And here indeed is Roger Goodell with the announcement for Baltimore.
With the 14th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Baltimore Ravens select Olai Vavenga Yowane, guard, Penn State.
Olai Vavenga Yowane, he goes by Vega.
Jets on the clock again. Buccaneers pick in.
Built like a fortress. I can't imagine a better description for a guard. He was a 2-year full-time starter, all Big Ten both years, an All-American in his final season, played both right and left guard, but primarily on the left side.
Guard play was a disaster for the Ravens last year. It impacted the center, Linderbaum, and impacted the right tackle, Rosengarten. He stepped back a little bit, regressed a little bit in year 2. Vango Iwane is the best pure guard in this draft. He's plug and play. He's not going to be a right tackle. He's not going to be. He's a guard. He solidifies an area, like I said, that they were woefully lacking consistent performance, any performance at all. It impacted Lamar Jackson as well. 6'4 1/4, 320 pounds. Nice arm length. Didn't allow a sack. Only 2 pressures.
Honestly, bro, this draft has been interesting this year. Like, I mean, he has the stuff we expected, but
he anchors really well. He neutralized the power rushes on a consistent basis. He brings an attitude as well. He plays fierce. He started a ton of games. You talk about a guy who's a veteran of the collegiate wars and played at a super high level.
Hey,
talk about a need.
See if y'all are on live right now.
The Baltimore Ravens.
So the
Hey, do we know when
safest picks in the draft?
when the draft starts tomorrow?
One of the most surprising. Ty Simpson goes off the board at lucky number 13. The Buccaneers and then the Jets are on the way. It's the draft on ESPN.
All right. Commercial. Let me see. I just want to look so I don't miss it. Wait, the draft's earlier tomorrow. It's all 4 o'clock. See what the Bucks get, huh?
Welcome back to ESPN coverage of the NFL Draft. Our aerial coverage is brought to you by Goodyear. Legends are informed. They are proven. We have made 14 picks in this draft. Let's look at Mel's best available, brought to you by Courtyard by Marriott. Mel.
Start out with Makai Lemon, the third receiver on the board for me at 11 overall. Monroe Freely, we're talking about a super talented left tackle. I'm sure the Detroit Lions are there at 17 saying, can we just get him to fall down to us? The Lions need a guy like Monroe Freely. Kenyon Sadiq and Ruben Bain, you got to believe are going to be in play for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They need an edge rusher. They could use a tight end. Got to believe Tampa Bay goes for Bain, for Sadiq, and Dillon Thieneman. We've had him to Minnesota. We've about Harrison Smith's been there for a long time, playing at a high level. What about an heir apparent could be Dillon Thieneman, a really smart football player, went from Purdue to Oregon and didn't miss a beat.
Maybe the best defensive player all season.
Yo, Buccaneers been. Oh, Ruby and Bain just got picked up. Bain just went to the Buccaneers, bro.
A lot of pressure on Todd Bowles to get that defense shored up. We'll see if that's the direction.
Soon as you said that shit.
We approach the midway point of round number 1 of this draft. Here comes the commissioner.
That's happened twice now. Pick in for the Jets. Lions on the clock.
With the 15th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Ruben Bain Jr., linebacker, Miami.
And there he is. The entire country got to see the way he dominated games as he led the Hurricanes all the way to the national championship game. 5 sacks in 4 playoff games. Grew up in Miami and stayed home. A consensus All-American now. He was the ACC Defensive Player of the Year last season.
We've talked about 30 3/4 arms. That's an outlier. That's somebody who's going to have to prove and beat the odds that he can get it done in the NFL. Did it in college, coached by Jason Taylor. So every technique that you need, he's got a variety of moves getting after the quarterback. Strong hands. He takes great angles getting after the quarterback. Didn't run a 40 because there was speculation he'd be in that 4.8 range. So it's the lack of a great 40 time and speed off the edge and the short arm going to prevent Ruben Bain from doing what he did in college against the AOGs and other occupation guys. Can he take that into the NFL despite having, the shorter arm length than you prefer and the lack of, that speed off the edge, Lou?
Yeah, look, there were some who thought that this might happen, right? We talked about it as well, that Ruben may slide here because of some of the things that you just talked about. Maybe they started getting uncomfortable with, hey, look, even though my eyes don't deceive me, I see what he's showing me on tape. Some people just couldn't get past the fact that, hey, are those short arms going to come into play? Is that lack of running a 40 time and what maybe the projected 40 time looks like, is that going to come into play? Todd Bowles says, hey, look, I had to blitz like crazy last year, and I still couldn't get the sack and pressure production I needed. This guy did it all year long. He's coached by the great Jason Taylor. I'm going to take the chance here. I think this presents tremendous value. If I'm Tampa Bay, I'm ecstatic.
You know what's amazing is we always talk about turn the tape on, watch the film. Well, when you watch the film, he was the most dominant defensive lineman in college football last year. I don't care how long his arms are. Can he do the things that a defensive lineman can do? Can he get off the ball? Can he come out of his stance and threaten the offensive tackle? He can do that. Once he does that, can he turn the corner? Can he dip his shoulder? Is his ankles flexible enough to get to the quarterback? He can do that. Doesn't matter if his arms are short. Can he set the edge? 30-inch arms, offensive tackle's arms are longer. I can set the edge. I can hold up against the run. And then here's what I love about him. He's a power-based player with heavy hands and understands how to flip his hips. As somebody who's vertically challenged like myself, I was told I was too small. I was drafted 15th. This young man is drafted 15th. I want to see what he does in Tampa. The same team that picked me, Greeny. I think he can play in the NFL, and I can't wait to watch him play.
Marriott Bonvoy takes us down again to Laura Rutledge, who was standing by with Ruben Bain. Laura.
Ruben, you've said you can play anywhere on the line. How will your versatility elevate this Bucs defense?
It's my mentality. It's what I could do. That's how I think about myself. I know I'm the best in the country. I'm sure.
Every step of the way, you've proven doubters wrong. What gives you the confidence that you can continue to do that at the NFL level?
Like my mentality, I'm telling you, I can do anything I put my mind to because it's my mindset. And I know when I get at this next level, it's on and popping.
We believe you. Thanks.
Thank you.
That's a serious man.
I love it. On and popping. That's the line of the draft so far.
He walked right by that area where the players take the photos. He didn't have any time for that. He is all about business.
But here's the thing, Greeny. Just like Tyson with the emotion, all process, we've knocked the guy down and said he can't play. He's got short arms. You've you just turned the tape on, he was the most dominant guy last year. That's got to count for something.
We got a chance to do a couple Miami games this year with our college football crew, and I got a chance to talk to this young man. He is deadly serious about his craft. He puts in all the time. Jason Taylor raves about his work ethic. He is a technician, a student of the game. He's going to be a hell of a pro.
Mel, the New York Jets on the clock. I have 15
Oh, there's one tight end.
What are you expecting for them at 16?
I would say
Jets just picked up a tight end.
A quarterback with fighting chance, whether it's Mekhi Lemon or Kenyon Sadiq.
Okay, see if they go offense here. Again, the Jets.
First tight end, bro.
Selecting David Bailey to help rush the passer. They drastically need a wide receiver to go on the opposite side of Garrett Wilson. We'll see if that's the direction they go. Here comes
the second round starts an hour earlier tomorrow.
Second pick of the night at number 16.
Let me double check.
With the 16th pick.
What time is the NFL draft? Second round, 2026
New York
tomorrow.
Jets select Kenyon Sadiq, tight end, Oregon.
It's saying 7 p.m. Eastern time.
That's a very
So it's an hour earlier.
His coach at Oregon, Dan Lanning, said we're lucky to have the best tight end in the nation. And last year, Kenyon Sadiq proved.
Here, this is from the NFL site. Let me see.
Big Ten tight end of the year. He had 51 catches and 8 touchdowns. Hell, he ran a ridiculous 4.39 at the combine, and that pretty much cemented his hearing his name early tonight.
I'll turn it over to you. He's a rare talent, and he's young, and he's developing. He's got to get a little better as a blocker, and he will. He's got to eliminate some of the drops, and he will work on that. But he's a chess piece, Lou, and quote, you can move him around. He's more than a tight end. He's an athlete. He can go wide. He can play anywhere.
As soon as I watched him play, Mel, you know what I thought of?
Yeah, it's an hour earlier tomorrow. That's what the NFL website says.
He's not going to be attached to the formation. You're going to split him out. He's too big for safeties and linebackers, too fast for the other guys that are going to try to line up and cover him. I think he's a weapon. He's going to be a matchup nightmare.
So it'll be 4 p.m. my time tomorrow.
The ability to create explosive plays down the field, I think, is what he's going to provide.
If you didn't know what his position was, you turn on Oregon tape, and we got a chance to cover them in the playoffs, you would go, that's just a big, fast wide receiver. And then you go, oh, he's listed as a tight end. That's exactly how they're looking at him. That's exactly how Frank Clark is looking at this guy. He's going, hey, look, man, he don't need to be attached to the core. We're going to move him all over the place.
After the combine, the calls I got from the NFL teams were about his football IQ. Every formation he identified, he knew everything. The kid's only 20 years old.
They love him out there in Eugene because they say he's a great teammate.
So,
and he will
about
do the dirty work.
it's kind of safe for me, bro. Like how it is for you.
They love him back at his alma mater in Idaho.
This is my new favorite stream I love to do during the year. There are actually 3 streams I love to do for y'all, right? But that stream's multiple, right? This is one of my favorite streams now because it became a tradition on my channel.
The New York Jets make these 2 selections. The Lions are on the clock. The Vikings will come behind them. There's Bailey of the Jets. And Sadiq went after.
I used to watch the first, second, third, and fourth, and fifth round picks, and then I would stop watching the 7th.
You're watching the 2026.
Like I feel like last year kind of sucked because I was I've been out of work for a while for my Santa stream. My Santa streams are always my favorite, bro. Those are always my favorite streams to do for y'all. But this is now one of my favorite ones too. I love to do the NFL draft streams for y'all. Even though it's a watch party because I can't show the game. But that's completely okay. I don't want to break my PC, but I wonder if I can double stream it tomorrow. What I mean by that is show this on YouTube like as a watch party. And then show the actual NFL draft on TikTok tomorrow. Because I can open 2 different applications, right? I have Streamlabs desktop, and then I have TikTok Live Studio desktop. Maya would explode the PC. I mean, I have multiple things open right now, right? I have Streamlabs desktop open. I have OBS open and I have Fortnite open. And I'm watching this and watching that. If it doesn't work, I'll just take down the TikTok stream. I mean, I could try it now, even though it's kind of late. Nah, it's not worth it, bro. It's already at pick 18. We'll do it tomorrow. It's gonna be crazy, bro. I wonder who the Lions about to pick though.
We are back in Pittsburgh. Time now for a draft moment brought to you by Ego. It's been a fast-moving first round. It opened as expected with Fernando Mendoza being the #1 pick to the Raiders.
I kind of like that they made the time 2 minutes less though. I still think the first pick should have like 5 minutes, bro.
At number 13.
Like you said, bro. At least the first pick.
17, and here comes the commissioner with a special guest to announce their selection.
The NFL is proud to be part of the global community of wish makers, taking action to support Make-A-Wish during World
Another
Wish
offensive
Month.
tackle off the board, bro.
Tonight, you all have the opportunity to help grant an unforgettable wish. I'm joined here by Easton, a 14-year-old Lions fan whose wish is to announce the first-round draft pick for his favorite team.
So, Vikings pick is in. Panthers are on the clock.
All of you to join me in cheering on Easton as he makes his wish come true. Take it away, Easton.
With the 17th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Blake Miller, tackle, Clemson.
Hey, can I do that for the Niners, bro? Let me pick.
He won the starting job at right tackle.
How I get chosen to do that?
Year, and he never gave it up. 4 years starter.
I want to call pick.
54 games, started them all. Clemson says he has its career record for most snaps from scrimmage. He never came off the field.
He didn't. He was a consistent player for Clemson. Where they had some underachievers, he wasn't. Week in and week out, he was out there, durable, reliable.
You hella funny for that.
They were going to leave him at right tackle. Maybe Monroe Freeling steps in here, but now you know Blake Miller is the right tackle. He's talking about central cast.
I'm not a kid though. How about Make-A-Wish man?
317 with long arms, ran 504, 32 vertical, 32 reps. You mentioned the 3,778 snaps and 54 starts. Battle-tested kid, does play a little high, but he looks the part of a heck of a right tackle.
Yeah, just super
I'd fuck around and be like, even though the pick's right there, I'd be like, with the 27th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the 49ers have traded their first-round pick, and then I'd choose a team. I'd be like, to the Seattle Seahawks for running back.
This is a foundational building block draft pick.
I forget the name of their running back over there right now.
The NFC North here as the Lions take Blake Miller and
Damn,
Minnesota
Vikings just went D-tackle.
Number 18. That pick is in.
Went for Banks.
A reminder, the cadence coming a little more quickly this year, rather than 10 minutes between selections, as there have been.
Panthers pick is in, and Cowboys are on the clock.
Here comes the Minnesota Vikings at 18, and the commissioner Roger Goodell.
With the 18th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select Caleb Banks, defensive end, Florida.
A transfer from Louisville, spent 3 years at Florida, limited to just 3 games last year because of a foot injury, but he had 4.5 sacks the year before, and he has the athleticism of a basketball star, Booger, which he was in high school.
Well, Greeny, think about this. When they
I'm
made him,
curious of what Dallas is going to pick because of them trading away their DN, as you guys know. So they're going to have to really have a good pick
he only
here.
played 3 games this past season. If you want to know what he was, go back to the 24 season and watch the game against LSU. Simply lined up and dominated. A long defensive tackle. At his best, Mel, I think he's got Chris Jones-like potential inside as a rusher, as a run defender. He can be dominant. He went down to the Senior Bowl, and he showed up and he showed out. Now, the problem is going to be from a medical standpoint, if you're Minnesota, the foot injury. They had to check the foot out because a big man with a foot injury usually doesn't get better. But when he's healthy, he's one of the best defensive linemen that we've seen.
That's the thing, right? I mean, when you see him in person, and I got to stand next to him down the practice field in Mobile, my jaw hits the turf. He is massive. And you're right. You got to watch 2024 in order to get a good feel for him.
All right, the Carolina Panthers are on the clock, and then the Cowboys will make their second pick of the night, followed by the hometown Steelers as the draft continues in a moment on ESPN.
The NFL Draft Green Room is brought to you by Lowe's. It's never too early to earn your Sunday with Lowe's.
Yo, what? What? Dallas just traded that pick to the Eagles? I'm blown, bro. What? You trade to a division rival? Oh, nah. My question is, though, because Eagles didn't have a pick, what did the Eagles give up for that? What did the Eagles give up for that? Because they didn't have a first-round pick this year. Oh my God, bro. You could not be wrong, bro. I'm tweaking now, bro. I gotta fucking see what Twitter says, man. I'm about to refresh like every 5 seconds. Oh, you're right. The Eagles do have a pick. I wasn't registering, so it's like, did the Eagles have a pick? I will say I do see Dallas possibly, excuse me. By the way, another offensive tackle off the board.
Any moment, and I can also tell you, politics and football make strange bedfellows. The Eagles and Cowboys made a trade. The two arch rivals. Philly moving up a few
So
spots,
we got another offensive tackle on the off the board, going to the Panthers. Eagles picks in, Steelers on the clock.
And the commissioner, Roger Goodell.
I do still see Dallas getting a couple picks though, because Green Bay moved up about 3 picks to be honest.
The Carolina Panthers.
Or sorry, not Green Bay. The Eagles. Excuse me, the Eagles. Sorry, I'm just like looking.
Georgia.
Green Bay doesn't have 1 pick this year
Out of
though
Charleston, South
in the first
Carolina,
round.
He is big. 6'7", 350. Played a lot his first 2 seasons, but
6'7", bro. That's crazy.
Last year when he was named second.
He's a tall ass offensive lineman.
13th best player in this draft. Carolina gets him at 19. Had the injury at left tackle. You talk about a guy like this stepping in for a Bryce Young at quarterback. Size is an issue with Bryce. He needs that clean pocket. You talk about Monroe Freeling, 6'7.5", 315 pounds. Talk about 34.5 arms. You have about vertical jump of 33.5 and a 4'9", 340 with huge hands. Only 17 starts, but in pass pro this year, did a great job. Run blocking needs to be improved. Blake Miller had 54 starts. This kid only had 17, so he's still a work in progress. I thought he'd actually go a little earlier than this. I think at this point for Carolina, knowing that Bryce Young is at his best, when he gets that clean pocket, they can see that field bug. This makes sense for the Carolina Panthers. This kid's best football is ahead, and the way he improved in pass pro with only limited starts, basically.
Yo, Cowboys fans are losing it right now on here, bro. I'm just trying to figure out what they did.
I mean, he's 6'7", right? So he's got to get that frame down. Punch timing has to be improved. But they're going to pencil him in at left tackle for Ike Ekwonu.
All right, and so as I mentioned, the Eagles have traded up with the Cowboys into this spot. So they'll be making the next selection here. These two teams traded back in 2021. The Eagles moved up for Devontae Smith. The Cowboys moved back.
Like, I'm looking right now. This shit's from latest.
That one worked out well for both teams. We'll see how this one works out. The Eagles pick at number 20.
With the 20th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft.
Yup.
The Philadelphia Eagles select Makai Lemon, wide receiver, USC.
Hey, I think Dallas just won that trade though. I mean, I know the Eagles got that, but Dallas just took 3 picks from the Eagles. So Dallas has gained Philly's number 114, number 137, number 152, and all Dallas gave up was their number 218 7th round pick. And that.
Mel, you have been raving about him since September.
Howie Roseman does a great job as a Hall of Fame GM, right? Makai Lemon plays fierce. And I say that because with the ball in his hands, and he attacks the ball. He only had 1 drop. He doesn't drop the football at all. After the catch, try to tackle him, Lou. You know how tough it would be. You're a former defensive back. Getting this kid to the ground, he plays fierce.
I'm going to double check and make sure that's correct.
He runs so well after the catch, and he was also an outstanding punt returner, average almost 12 yards.
Steelers on the clock.
Return against Iowa. And Phil Parker's defense, they know who they have to stop, right? They couldn't stop Makai Lemon. Against Iowa, he had 10 catches for 153 yards, and a touchdown in that game. Route running, hands, versatility. You look about football IQ, yards after catch, plenty of yak there. Return skills, an added bonus. He was one of my favorite players in the draft all year. We talked about him on the first draft podcast, Greeny. I thought he could possibly drop because he's not the LTP'er. Yeah. He doesn't look the part of that elite one. But I'll tell you what, with Devontae and company, Jalen Hurts is going to love this kid.
You know, when you talk to some of the receiver coaches, one of the compliments they gave him, he plays bigger than he is. And the toughness that you'll have. And when you're Philadelphia with all the A.J. Brown conversation looming, this is another weapon for Jalen Hurts. In a big-time year with all the noise coming out of Philadelphia, interesting how Howie Roseman, with all that noise, goes and gets Jalen Hurts another weapon with the A.J. Brown situation looming.
Yeah, look, if you just turn on that Iowa game that Mel's referencing, you'll sit there and go, this guy's the number 1 all day. I mean, he made some plays in that game.
Hey, by the way, I just seen that if you make a purchase on Epic Games for Balloons Tower Defense 6, you can get a free item, or excuse me, you can get the sidekick for free.
Really make himself a very popular player in Philadelphia just because of the way he plays the game.
This is a steal. According to our predictor, there was only a 4% chance that Mekhi Lemon would be available at number 20 tonight. Let's take a look at some of the highlights.
There's 11th highest rated player on my board. Watch him here. Sell the route.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
The ability to make every catch. When it's off target, he's catching the football with his hands. When he has the body catch, he does. He knows how to. He's a natural pass catcher. Look at the catch here. This is phenomenal stuff. You're talking about, and this was on a consistent basis, week in and week out. He didn't flash here, flash there. He did it every week, and he's got the added bonus of those return skills. I tell you what, you get the ball in his hands, you can see him here. He's going to break tackles. You better bring it as a defensive back when you're trying to tackle this kid, Lou.
Yeah, one of the things I love the most about him is football IQ. Against zone coverage, you better not lose him because he'll just chew you up. He'll be a first down producing machine.
All right, Marriott Bonvoy takes us down to the stage. Laura Rutledge is standing by with Mekhi Lemon. Laura.
Mekhi, from the first time you ever put on pads and a helmet to this moment right here, being a first-round pick in the NFL draft, what has defined your journey?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I'm just so blessed right now. You know, I just praise the Lord for every moment, really. It's a dream come true. I can't even believe this right now.
When you look out at those Philly fans and you think about the fan base that's about to embrace you with open arms, what will they love most about you?
And they getting the door. It's ready to work, for real. I ain't doing no plan.
Thank you, Mekhi. Congratulations.
You heard him. He said he ain't doing no plan.
All right, Laura, thank you. And as the NFL moves this draft from city to city, one of the highlights is always when the hometown team makes its selection. That moment has come. The Steelers at 21.
This year we've had a revival of the terrible cow. You'll see thousands upon thousands of terrible cows waving out in those stands today. The terrible cow is poised to strike. So are the Steelers.
What the hell? Hold on, camera's tripping out. All right, we got it back. I got a commercial. Not a commercial, but it looks like music's playing, so I don't want to get taken down or removed. Yeah, honestly, like I said, bro, there's like 3 streams that I get excited to do every year now because that's what I like to do. This is one of them, the NFL draft, and I love the Summer Games Fest. I love to just sit back and relax, and we see what's like gonna come out and drop. And then, of course, you have, you know, my Christmas streams, bro. I love those streams. So the pick's in for the Steelers. Chargers on the clock. Bro, that's a crazy response, dog. Fuck it. Let's let him through. I'm not even gonna say it, bro. I know it like depends though.
The Pittsburgh Steelers are committed to growing the game of football and celebrating athletes at every level. Joining me on stage are 6 Jerome Bettis Leadership Award recipients, featuring both high school tackle players and flag football athletes. Jerome?
Steelers won offensive tackle. Another offensive lineman off the board, bro.
High school football players who demonstrate leadership, character, and service.
both on and off the field. Congratulations to each of you. We wish all of you the best as you continue your football journeys.
He said that may be Stephon Diggs' backup account.
I was fortunate to introduce TJ Watt.
Or maybe it's the Patriots head coach, bro.
21st pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select
Chargers are on the clock, so.
Tackle, Arizona State.
What an extraordinary scene here in Pittsburgh. And an extraordinary story is Maxi Hanachor. His family came to the U.S. from Nigeria when he was 13. The first time he ever played organized football in his life was in junior college at East Los Angeles College. He spent 2 years there, then on to Arizona State, where he started 31 games over 3 years. And now here he is, Mel, a first-round pick in the NFL draft.
Yes, high school didn't even have a football team, Green, like you talked about. And you think about where he came from, where he is now. Amazing. 6'6", 321 pounds. 34 arms, ran 4.91, 30.5 vertical, and 25 reps. Those are unbelievable numbers across the board. The improvement that he showed this past year was outstanding. Started all 14 games, made huge progress from 2024 and 2023. Didn't even have a spring. He had the labrum surgery going in, the old injury, bigger, stronger. Talk about a guy who's ascending, work in progress. Hand placement has to improve. But at the Senior Bowl practices, Lou, he was a standout performer against some of the good pass rushers. Not great down there, but decent pass rushers. He got the best of it. I think that helped his stock and solidified in Hanachor, despite the lack of a lot of experience as a first-round draft select.
Mel, he was fantastic in Mobile. When you were sitting there, that was my first exposure to him. Hadn't seen him during the season. I was going, who is this guy?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he was stoning people. Turn on the Texas Tech tape this year. Watch him block Romello Height, David Bailey. He deals with them now, and he is nasty. That's the next phase. I was on the phone with our own Matt, ASU alum, and head coach Kenny Dillingham. The next phase for Max is for Max to say, hey, look, I'm one of the baddest dudes out here. And to go ahead and have that mindset, because if he is proactive with it and uses all those physical tools we talked about, he has dominant shutdown tackle ability. Dominant.
And when you think about the Steelers, he could be a possibility at left tackle. Broderick Jones, their left tackle, got a neck issue, may have to have neck surgery. So think about this team as they wait on Aaron Rodgers to come back. If he's going to come back or not, they have to have a left tackle. And with the Broderick Jones situation, this gives them, even though he's young and a project, this gives them a little bit of insurance at the left tackle spot.
They've done pretty well at number 21 in the past. Lynn Swann was the 21st pick at the 1974 draft for the Steelers. That worked out fairly well. So now it's Maxi Hanachor.
Chargers pick is in. Dallas on the clock again. Let's say trade again. I would not be surprised to see some crazy. Looks like we got an edge. Akeem Mesidor.
Well, you look at the offensive guard spot. They hoped Bengalwani would be there. He's gone. You know about edge rusher, Ruben Bain, gone. You got Akeem Mesidor. You got Zion Young. Got some edge rushers still there. Safety Dylan Thieneman and Emmanuel McNeil Warren still on the board as well for the LA Chargers at this point.
All right, we'll see what the Chargers decide to do. And again, the Cowboys are behind them, having moved back in that trade with the Eagles just a few moments ago. So it'll be the Chargers, then the Cowboys, and then the Browns will make their second pick of the night. That's the one they got in the trade with Jacksonville last year. Here we go. The Chargers pick is in, and the commissioner is ready with the announcement.
With the 22nd pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Chargers select Akeem Mesidor, linebacker, Miami.
Boy, he was terrific in that playoff run, wasn't he? 5.5 sacks in the playoffs, including 2 in the title game against Fernando Mendoza and Indiana. Grew up in Ottawa, and he's an older prospect, Mel, and that's part of the conversation. He turned 25 years old earlier this month.
He did. 25 years of age, Canadian kid coming to Miami. You think about what he was able to do opposite Ruben Bain. There was always that debate. Who was the better player? Who was more responsible for some of the disruption that took place? Bain did a great job. Metzador did as well. You can kick him inside, Lou, and he can get on that center guard and make his presence felt. Get after the quarterback. He hustles. He can seal the edge against the run. Plays the running pretty effectively. Good all-around player.
Yeah, he was a former defensive tackle, cut some weight, moved out to the edge. In the 3-4 scheme that they use out there in L.A., you can put him inside in their 4-down stuff in some of their sub-rush. In their 3-4, they have bigger outside guys anyway. Tui Pelotu, Khalil Mack. These are all guys who are kind of built like Mez is. And he's been taught by the best. Him and Ruben Bain, they were the alphas in that entire locker room down there in Coral Gables. That's a nice pickup for the Chargers.
So Metzador and Bain each go off the board in the last hour or so, but all of the magic has been here in Pittsburgh. They get their man.
Now we waiting on Dallas.
Get to scream their hearts out and cheer for their teams, waving their terrible towels with the draft here.
I'll tell you, Dallas needs to go for a pick to replace Micah Parsons.
Coming up next, you're watching the draft on ESPN.
This.
Oh, yo, hey, we're gonna need a thumbnail tomorrow for what is it, round 2 and 3, bro? Later, not right now. I was thinking about that. I almost forgot because we had one like that last year too. Picks in for Dallas. Browns are now on the clock. Also, I don't know if you forgot about the festival thumbnail, but we still doing that shit on Friday, so. All right. I'm gonna send you an image of the Fortnite Reload Elite. I kind of want to put my just a face on the Fortnite Reload Elite. You know, like when I do the reload streams. Not trying to have you do hella thumbnails, but I also kind of want to put a face on my thumbnails for the reload. So, because I already have an image, I'll send it to you later, bro. I'm curious who Dallas chose. Curious too, because Dallas, that's like my mom's favorite team, so I know she was upset when they let Micah go. I would be too, to be honest. Like, not just how fucked up, but I don't think I really feel like nobody won in that trade because Micah tore his ACL, and after that, Green Bay was cooked.
to take his game to an elite level. He didn't, but on talent, he saw a
Oh, they went edge.
but he did not build
So they might have just found their replacement.
He's one of those edge rushers that's certainly in the mix at this point.
All right, the
Malachi
Cowboys
Lawrence.
selection is in. They took Caleb Downs earlier tonight. Here comes their second pick of this round number 1.
With the 23rd pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Malachi Lawrence.
I said it's Malachi. My fault.
Central Florida.
What's that Cowboys fan wearing on his head?
They took Caleb Downs earlier, and now Malachi Lawrence, the young man from Louisville, had 19 and a half sacks over the last 3 seasons. One of just 7 players in the country who had at least 5 sacks each of the last 3 years. So great consistency, and as a senior, he was first team All Big 12.
And when you talk about Malachi Lawrence, you're talking about a guy 6'4", 250, and juice. He ran 4.5 in the 40, but the 10-yard is a 1.5. That means the get off, the ability to get out of his stance and bring juice off the edge. 11 tackles for loss, 7 sacks. His best football is in front of him. He's got the ability to have length, the long arm, the speed, the power. His best rush moves, Lou, are in front of him. I just like how much juice he has. And if you're Dallas, you get Caleb Downs, you get Malachi Lawrence. I like that combination.
Yeah, that first clip against Baylor, he absolutely.
Browns pick is in. Chicago Bears are on the clock.
I really thought his hand use was kind of like advanced, Booger. I mean, he had hand slap swats. I mean, he was all over the place, and he plays hard. That's the thing I liked about him. That's a nice pickup for Dallas. That's 2 nice players.
And they traded back to take him. So those are the 2 newest Dallas Cowboys.
Dallas really didn't hurt themselves in the long run now you think about it.
Malachi Lawrence. He's headed to Big D.
I like how Cowboys fans were crashing out earlier on Twitter. Now those Cowboys fans look hella dumb. Because the Cowboys actually got 2 extra picks out of this.
The 2026 NFL Draft is brought to you by Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in.
What did you...
Says Browns need QB, offensive line, wide receiver, cornerback, and edge. I mean, they do still have Deshaun, but I also would say, yeah, I guess they do need a quarterback. Because he's really not the same player he used to be. Yep. I'm getting ready, man. I'm hyped. I've been waiting whole. Let's look. 2 hours and 43 minutes. Yeah, one of my division rivals robbed y'all. So, yeah, that's crazy if you ask me. We'll see if the Cardinals do anything with that, though. I mean, they fucking ruined Kyler Murray's career. They wasted that dude.
Tried, tested, proven, legendary. Pittsburgh has turned out in a huge way for this draft. The Cleveland Browns, meanwhile, made a selection earlier tonight, taking Caden Proctor, the big offensive tackle. And tonight, they will now make the 24th pick in this draft, which will complete their end of the trade they made with Jacksonville last year.
So they have 3 running backs in the room.
Saw the other names
if you think about it.
To Cleveland in exchange for last year's 2nd overall.
Because who did Browns pick? Oh, they went wide receiver. Casey Concepcion, I think that's how you say his name.
Thinking wide out. Let's see if they do it.
With the 24th pick.
Yeah, because you got
NFL draft.
James Conner, Tyler Algier.
Wide receiver.
Bro, like, Jeremiah Love might not even really get any snaps.
There you go, Mel. Let's underline it. The Browns wide receivers had the fewest receptions, the fewest receiving yards, and the fewest touchdown catches in the NFL last year. So now they get the
Jeremiah Love may not see the field this year, bro. Like, that doesn't even make sense for the Cardinals, bro, because you have 3 running backs.
7 drops this past year. What I liked about him, when he had a drop, it didn't bother him. It didn't haunt him the rest of the game. He's a great punt returner as well, but after the ball is in his hands, after the catch, that yak is impressive. This kid battles for everything. He was Kevin Concepcion when he was at NC State as a true freshman, and he caught my eye then.
Saying we need O-line, which I agree. We need edge. We need a wide receiver and D-line. I do not disagree. We need more D-line, and we need a safety.
So you can tell
we're getting close, man.
He wanted juice to run after the catch, the ability to get explosive plays. That determines ball games in the National Football League. I understand the drop, but what's amazing,
pick is in for the Bears. Bills are on the clock, man.
In the punt return game, he can catch the football, but you can tell Todd Monken, the head coach, identified what he wanted. He wanted juice like Zay Flowers. That's the comp, and he went and got it.
Yeah, 7.36 yards.
We're getting closer to the Niners, man.
That just gives you so many different options as far as how to get him the football, whether it be in the screen game, quick slant game. He can win on the go ball down the field as well. I mean, he can do it all. He's got a nice package to him, no question about it.
Interestingly, he won the Paul Hornung Award, which emphasizes players who play multiple positions. Last year, Travis Hunter had won it.
I wouldn't be mad if even we went O-line with the 27th pick, man.
Hunter trade. So we move on from here. The Bears will pick at number 25, and we'll continue in 30 seconds after a word from Roundup Dual Action.
Weeds.
But a wide receiver would be needed too, because I mean, yeah, we have Mike Evans and what is his name, Christian Kirk. So, because then we would really have replaced Brandon Ayuk and Juan Jennings. On top of that, we have another wide receiver.
All right, the Chicago Bears are on the clock at number 25. They'll be followed by the Bills and the 49ers. Playoff teams from a year ago getting set to make their first round selection. When we continue from Pittsburgh, right
all
after
these
this.
teams are playoff teams now.
If you're waiting for
excuse me. No, you're definitely not wrong. I do agree with that. So. All right. I just sent you an image of Reload. So. Yo, Houston and Buffalo, huh? They just traded? I sent you an image so you can make a thumbnail of that later. We got 5 people on the live. Yo, what's good? Just reacting to the late end rounds of the NFL draft. I don't disagree though. Wide receivers are harder to get outside the first round. So, I mean, there's still some available.
The 2026 NFL Draft.
I'm wondering what the Texans gave up for that, though.
American Express, the official payments partner of the NFL.
We're on the clock.
Now bringing card members closer to the action with world-class experiences and access.
Dylan
It's membership
Thyman
at
went
its
to the
best.
Bears. So Texans pick is in. Niners are on the clock, man.
Pittsburgh. Temperatures have been warm. It was 80 degrees today. Hundreds of thousands of fans here in Western Pennsylvania celebrating the NFL draft. And the Chicago Bears are up next at number 25. The commissioner is ready. With
I
the pick.
will say I have two kind of.
With the 25th pick in the 20.
I told y'all Roger Goodell's drunk.
The Chicago
You see him pause there?
Dylan Thieneman, defensive back, Oregon.
He was 1 year with the Ducks, 2 years with Purdue.
At least he doesn't have to.
Of the year,
I-
86 tackles, 2 picks, and a sack last year. And it runs in the
I'll tell you though, bro. I feel like the NFL draft. That's just what it is. A bunch of fans that wait for a pick and get wasted, bro.
Dylan Thieneman is a guy who can play in center field. He can play in the box. He's got range. He's 6 foot 200 pounds, ran 4.35, had a 41 vertical. This kid made a lot of plays throughout his career.
As long as he don't mess my Niners pick up, we cool, bro. What the fuck? We just traded, bro. What the fuck? Hey, what did we get for that?
Dylan Thieneman's versatility, Lou, I think comes into play here. A safety that with some cover skills is what they
Dolphins moved up 4 picks, so.
Yeah, look, he's a guy who they use in a lot of different ways out there at Oregon. They used to run those 3 safety looks and play him in that rover spot. Again, another guy I got a chance to talk to this past fall. He said he left.
I know we got something for that, bro.
He felt as though he needed to level up his game, wanted to get more exposure, wanted to get real top level.
And they were saying we were going to trade that bitch away, and we did.
This year, he was a solid player, went crazy in the combine. His testing numbers were off the charts. But you're right. Dennis Allen will go ahead and I'll tell you, he'll use them in various different ways.
I want to see what picks, though.
But the one thing he is, he's a guy who can play in space because he's fast, athletic, can make plays on the ball. He's going to be a guy who's just going to be
Hey, this is hella funny. I got to send you this.
on the football.
The first time the Bears
I'm going to send you this on Discord, bro. This shit hella funny.
in the first round since Roquan Smith in 2018. No team in the league had gone this long without taking a defender in round 1. So now the Bears get their man in Dylan Thieneman. That defense really struggled last year. They were opportunistic, Mel, taking the ball away, but really not a solid defense. Thieneman should be able to help.
He will. I'll tell you what, talk about opportunistic. He was throughout his career. This past year had 96 tackles, had over 100, was a freshman, 18 years old at Purdue. This kid is a guy who will hit. He's had 44 solos, 3.5 tackles for loss, and 2 interceptions, 5 pass breakups this year. Run support, miss a tackle every now and then, but I love the way he reads the quarterback's eye. Talk about a guy who was a reliable overall tackler, but it's his range in coverage and the ability, I think, to read that quarterback's eyes and then go attack the ball, come away with the interception. They said he had 6 early on. So
Pick is in for the
Chicago,
Texans. Dolphins on the clock.
Skills of Dylan Thieneman is what
I
they
just
wanted.
realized
Goes
both
some
the
guys
Niners
who are good
and the
coverage.
Bills
This kid can play
traded their
around the
picks,
road.
bro.
He can play that single high, which I hate, but he can certainly cover. He can play in the box. Dylan Thieneman, 4.35 40, solidified him as a first-round pick. All right, well, he is standing by now with Laura. Marriott Bonvoy takes us down to the stage. Laura Rutledge is with Dylan Thieneman.
Dylan, you're a Chicago Bear. What stands out most to you about your journey to becoming a first-round draft pick?
Never knew what kind of path I was going to take. I mean, started at Purdue, ended at Oregon, but just extremely thankful to everyone that's been with me throughout the way and the journey I've gone on.
You grew up idolizing a safety and studying him a ton that people here know well in Troy Polamalu. What traits do you bring to the table that can make you the next best one for the
Well, yeah,
Bears?
I know we're still
Very versatile, and I'm able to use my
sorry, I meant to respond to that. Yeah, I know we still have the 30th pick, but
Congratulations.
I just like I said, I want to know.
Lewis, a moment on Dylan Thieneman.
I want to know what
the fact that he's
picks they're gonna
versatile,
give
and
us,
that's what they really like
because we did.
about him out
We
there.
gave up a couple of spots. When you do that,
They like to play him.
that's
They made
where
three safety schemes, and they have a
teams
guy
start
who's
to give up
who's
picks
about
right
10,
there.
11 yards. He said he loved that because it gave him a lot of freedom to just be an athlete. And I think that's what Dennis Allen's going to want to do. Put him close enough to where he can be a factor against the run, have some free reign against the pass, and just use his instincts and athletic ability.
All right, Houston has made a trade here. They've moved up a couple of spots with Buffalo. The Texans coming up from 28
So
to 26.
another offensive lineman
Pick is
guard
in,
for
so
the
commissioner
Texans.
is making his way to the stage
Watch you
to
trade the
announce
30th pick,
Houston
bro.
selection. They won a playoff game last year.
My luck as a Niners fan, we would do some shit like that.
Monday night, and then had a very rough outing in New England the following weekend. Here's the commissioner with the Texans pick as they move up here to number 26.
With the 26th pick.
So the picks in for the
2026
Dolphins.
NFL draft.
Bills are on the
The
clock
Houston
now.
Texans select Keelan Rutledge, guard, Georgia Tech.
A transfer from Middle Tennessee State. He's the first Georgia Tech player.
Yeah,
to be
I mean,
named
that would be a
first
good
team
pickup, too.
All-American Blue in consecutive years since Calvin Johnson.
Look, this is a guy who head coach Brent King said is the best offensive lineman that he's ever coached. Or he has the potential to be the best offensive lineman he's ever coached. Which in essence, he was saying he is the best. This guy is nasty. Absolutely nasty. He is a road grader in the run game. And once he gets his feet and his hands and everything timed up in the pass game, he won't be able to be beaten that way either because he is an absolute tank when it comes to setting his feet and being
Hold on, I'm
able to
gonna
anchor
reload
against
this because
power.
I'm wondering if this got
This
behind it
football team
all.
down in Georgia Tech pickup, he has been rising. People really like what this kid brings to the table, and he is going to be a tone setter for the Texans.
All right, so the Texans moved up a few spots to get their man. The 49ers are on the clock. The Bills will follow them. And then Kansas City making its second pick of the night as the draft continues from Pittsburgh in just a moment.
Bro said 49ers, but it shows it showed the Dolphins for like 5 minutes already on here when I'm looking. Yeah, I'm gonna keep looking because I want to see what we gave up, what the Dolphins gave us for that. So the 49ers have traded with the Dolphins. We received number 30 and 90, and the Dolphins received 27 and 38. So we actually moved up quite a bit on our picks. Yeah, I see that. That's actually it's not a bad trade at all. Because we went up from number 138 to number 90. I want to see what the Dolphins do with that pick, though.
Welcome back to the 2026 NFL Draft in
They went
Pittsburgh,
cornerback,
Pennsylvania, where
Chris Johnson.
Houston Texans general manager Nick Caserio already is working his magic. Last year, he made 7 trades during the draft. He's now made 25 trades in the last 5 drafts. And in this draft, he's already made his first draft trade, moving up in this draft to get Keelan Rutledge. We also saw the Dolphins' new general manager, John Eric Sullivan, make his first 2 trades. Back to you, Greeny.
All right, Shefty's Inside Report brought to you by Marriott Bonvoy, and the commissioner making his way to the podium here for the 49ers selection at 27.
With the 27th pick in
Bills
the
on the clock.
2026 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select Chris Johnson, defensive back, San Diego State.
All right, so the California kid stays in California, grew up in Long Beach, then a 2-year starter at San Diego State, where he was the Mountain West Co-Defensive Player of the Year as a senior. Now he had 4 interceptions.
Hey, is the announcer tripping? Because he just said the California kid stays in California. This motherfucker just went to the Dolphins. Or am I tripping?
Watch him here as he tracks the ball and late. Doesn't get handsy, grabbing, intercepts the football. So I like the fact that when you come into the NFL, some of these college kids, they're heavily penalized because they can't locate the ball, and they panic a little bit at the end of the route. He doesn't. Footwork, very good. He was a very willing participant.
What the fuck?
Very sound tackler. And the way he made...
Bills just traded down again, bro.
As a former defensive back like you are, you got to love it. You see it here. You saw it throughout the year. Boise State game, he had 6 solo tackles and a pass breakup. He was outstanding against Cal. Had a pick 6 and another pass breakup in that game. He kept getting better and better. Then to test the way he did, run that 4-4 with the length he has. Yeah. He got in, like I say, with Traden Stoops from Arizona and Colton Hood, Tennessee, as guys you are hearing, gaining momentum for the late first round.
Yeah, he's one of those guys who really likes to sit on route, likes to be a real aggressive on the short and intermediate game. He's a guy who finishes really strong at the catch points, real good instinct. Once he gets the ball in his hands, he's a guy who's a threat to take it to the house. He ran a lot faster than I thought he looked on tape. But yeah, I think down here when you're talking about picking, pick, 27 that we're at right now, this is good value for them in a position that they need. He's got all the measurables, and he's got some ball skills.
Oh, we've had another trade here. So the Bills had moved back to number 28 with the Texans, and now they've traded back again. The Patriots have moved up, so New England trading inside the division with Buffalo and set to make their first selection of the night. So the Patriots moving up from 31 a few spots to 28, trading inside the division with the Bills. So the Pats, who were in the Super Bowl a year ago, will make their first selection of the night.
This crazy work.
With the 28th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots select Caleb Lomu.
Damn, Patriots went.
He started 24 straight games at left tackle for an outstanding offensive line over the last 2 years. The opposite bookend to Spencer Fano. Lomu did not allow a single sack last year on his way to being named first team All Big 12.
Got to just add a little weight to that frame and get a little stronger, and I think that will assist him in becoming.
I can't believe the Bills traded down twice.
This year to your starter at left tackle. Remember, Spencer Fano was on the right side because Caleb Lomu did such a solid job at that left tackle spot. As a run blocker, I like his ability to wall off the opponent. Power quotient, as I said, is the big factor right now working against him. He's got to get in the weight and get a little stronger. He could probably add 10 pounds easily to that frame. And pass protection, though, that's where he excels. He can mirror. His lateral quickness allows him to take away the edge and take away that inside move as well. Technique is very sound. Now, power will give him trouble. And that's the issue I have right now with him, Lou.
Yeah, he's 6'6", 313, right? And you're right. He's one of those guys who, when you watch him, you go, does he ever really show you any nasty coming off the ball? The ability, the desire to want to put somebody in the ground. But he's just so efficient and he's effective. You go, okay, I'll take that. But there's more in him.
Damn, Bills are stockpiling on picks.
Which I think will take his game to another level.
All right, Kansas City is on the clock. The Chiefs will make their second pick of the night. But Caleb Lomu is headed to the AFC champs. And the celebration is on. And the draft continues in just a moment.
Forget the warm-up. DirecTV got hot. They're on fire with more MLB games than anyone. Welcome to the big leagues, kid.
How old are you?
11.
Every year,
Yo, Houston fucking traded the Bills for their 26th pick, and the Bills were so the 26th pick the Houston got was the 26th pick and the 91 pick, and then Houston gave the Bills the 28th, 69th, and 167th pick. And then you go back again. This is what they get from the Patriots. That's just 3 right here. Then they trade the 28 to the Patriots and get what is it? Number 125? I think.
Weeds. Does anything keep them from coming back?
Roundup dual action.
No, hold on. They got 31 and 125.
Kill and prevent weeds.
So with those 2 trades, the Bills just received 5 new picks.
I didn't know M&Ms.
That's fucking insane, bro.
M&Ms.
What have you done? Look, I won't judge. They're so airy, so crispy.
You think you know someone. M&M's caramel, now popped.
So the Bills have the 31st, 69th, and then in the 4th they have 125, 126, and the 5th they have 165, 167, and 168, and the 6th they have 182 and 220.
#1 rated branded cordless outdoor power pushes the boundaries of innovation to power the unexpected, all on one battery platform. Experience the industry's most powerful cordless pressure washer.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. The Bills.
A string trimmer so smart it loads the line with the push of
What
a
the
button.
fuck? We traded the pick again?
It exceeds the power of gas. Ego takes innovation.
Oh nah, bro.
One battery.
What we get, dog?
Find an Ego near you.
What we get?
Wendy's went back to the kitchen to give our famous spicy chicken.
We traded the Jets.
Total upgrade. More crunch, more flavor, with heat that just.
We're not picking tonight.
Is this our best spicy chicken ever? Looks like a yes to me.
Fuck.
Spicy chicken just got better at Wendy's.
All right, guys, live on ESPN at 5.
I ain't gonna lie.
I wonder why the Roman Empire failed. Is cereal a soup? I wonder what ESPN stands for.
I'm home.
You ready? The Empire will keep coming.
That's crazy. Well, I want to see what we get. We're pulling with the Bills. We're stockpiling. I'm not mad about it, bro. We fucking draft like shit in the first round, so fuck the first round, bro. And the Jets didn't have another first round pick, so they had to give up some shit for this, bro. They deadass had to give up some shit for that, and we know it. Ah, man, I gotta go find this shit out.
With their second
Chiefs win D tackle Peter Woods.
We'll see which direction they choose to go. Here comes the commissioner to make the announcement.
Jets are on the clock.
With the 29th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Peter Woods, defensive tackle, Clemson.
Booger, his teammates call him a freak of nature with his size and athleticism. He was first team All-ACC last year, 33 tackles, 2 sacks. He also ran for 2 touchdowns as a fullback in goal line situation.
You know what's amazing, Greeny? They call this man small. He measured in at 6 feet, 298 pounds. He's got elite athletic ability. The 2025 season wasn't as good as 2024. We thought he was going to be a top 10 pick before the season. He has strong hands, the ability to control the offensive guard and understand how to make plays and play inside. He can make plays up and down the line of scrimmage. Did I mention the elite athletic ability? He's a defensive tackle that needs to be on the move. He can line up at the 3 technique and chip and slide inside and make a power stunt. He's got pass rush ability. He reminds me, Mel, a lot of Brady Jarrett, another Clemson guy that can rush inside, smaller guy that can get vertical. I think his best football is in front of him. 2024 is the guy that I expect to get moving forward for Peter Woods.
Yeah, the production, Bud. You put it on the tape and you said, okay, where's T.J. Parker? Where's Peter Woods? The production wasn't there on a consistent basis. It wasn't even there when you look at certain games. You said he should be dominating the opponent he's going up against. I don't know what happened. Something was affecting this Clemson Tiger football team. They were underachieving all year. We thought at some point it would click in with all the talent they had. But T.J. Parker and Peter Woods, they didn't build on 2024 at all. That's why Woods, a potential top 10 pick in August, slid all the way into the late first. And T.J. Parker, a top 5, top 10 pick in August, is still on the board here.
Yeah, it was something that drove the coaching staff and just drove everybody down there crazy because they figured, look, with all the different athletes that they had on the defensive side in particular, I remember seeing their game against Georgia Tech in Atlanta, and they just got taken apart up front. And I'm sitting there going, how is this happening? This guy slimmed down. When he gets up off the ball and gets upfield.
Yo, Jets just gave up 2 picks, bro.
It's Aaron Donald, like when he gets upfield. But then you just
So we'll be drafting, I think, first tomorrow. Let me see. We got the 33rd and 179th pick.
There are 3 picks left in round 1. Mel's best available.
Yeah, we're first up tomorrow, so. How many picks do we have in the second round? That's 2. So we have 2 second round picks. Then the 3rd round, because it'll be 2nd and 3rd.
All right, the New York Jets, as I mentioned,
we have 1 pick in the 3rd.
They're going to make their 3rd pick in this first round. They went defense.
Let's go back to round 1.
Overall, taking the edge pass rusher David Bailey.
I mean, y'all got in the 2nd. I got you. So y'all drafting in the 3rd. You'll be the 3rd pick in the 2nd. You have how many picks in the 2nd? 1 pick in the 2nd. Round 3. Let's see what y'all got. Round 3, you're the 2nd pick. Yeah, 33rd and 178. It's honestly good though, bro, because we got more picks now because of this. See, y'all have how many in the 3rd though? So you have 1 pick each. It looks like for the Titans for the 2nd and 3rd round. Okay, round 1.
like this pick here because I thought at one point he could go top 15, right? We top 16.
So, yep. Jets went wide receiver.
I like this because it's a third-round pick. Then I bumped into the second. Then people were talking about maybe the top 16.
Unless the Bills go for him and the Seahawks.
The Jets getting him at near the end of round 1. He came through for Fernando Mendoza. You see the huge catch here against Penn State late. He did have 3 drops. All those drops, but overall he was pretty consistent catching the football. What he does,
I'm not too mad about us trading down though, because we're the first pick in the second round tomorrow.
He ran really well, ran a 4.41. Same here, tough to get to the ground, just like Mekhi Lemon with the ball in his hand after the catch. Omar Cooper became the guy. It was supposed to be Elijah Surratt back in August in Indiana. He'll probably end up being a third-round pick. Surratt.
Gonna be interesting tomorrow. Oh, y'all just traded. Y'all just traded.
Like he's a stud, man. He's a stud.
Did y'all just trade your second round away?
That's what it's all about. His
Or your third? I want to find out what y'all traded for that.
Great. This is a guy who just had a really strong year. Just a really strong player. Hey man, you gotta tip your cap to the Jets right now. Okay?
Y'all definitely traded a pick for that though. I just don't know what.
That's a pretty darn good haul for the first round on
He's talking about solo we cooking. We just got like 3 or 4 extra picks because of this.
In this past college football season, you can't really do
I want to see what y'all gave up for that though.
The only other position that they would obviously like to address is quarterback, but man.
Y'all got Saleh learned from the Niners, that's why. Because how Saleh's drafting is how we do it out here out in San Francisco. So I want to see what y'all gave up for that. For the 31st pick.
And the Titans now appear to have done the same. They've traded up into this spot here at number 31. So I believe the Titans will be making the next pick here. The monitor's still showing Buffalo, but it is Tennessee that has moved into this spot. So we'll have their selection in a moment. The Titans earlier this evening at number 4 took Carnell Tate, the wide receiver out of Ohio State. So they went offense the first time around. Mel, what were we looking at here for Tennessee? Number 31.
So far on what I'm reading, it says y'all get the number 31st, 69th, and 165. And the Bills get number 35, number 66, and number 101. So I'm pretty sure y'all traded away your third round. Let me see. Or a second round.
Yeah, I think if you're Tennessee right now,
no, y'all traded away the second round pick.
Move back into this spot. They've identified somebody. Robert Saleh needs somebody up front that brings some juice. We know he wants to.
So you guys won't have a pick tomorrow in the second round, I don't think.
We have one player left in our green room for whatever that is worth. It's Keldrick Fault. So he's
third round.
That remains in the green room.
You guys
2 selections
moved up actually. So and the Bills moved down. Y'all moved up and the Bills moved down.
Seahawks will make the last pick of round 1.
I think y'all get 2/3 because of this. So, and then you guys have 101. That's not until the 4th round. Y'all have the 4th round. So you guys have 1 pick tomorrow.
Corner safety. So day 2, that second round area, these kids are going to come off the board.
Was it 2 picks? That's 2 picks because of the 3rd round, right? No, because you guys don't have this.
Who really have first round ability, but have some kind of chink in the
66
armor that knocks them down just to that second day.
We'll be here for you tomorrow night with every single selection of rounds 2 and 3. But we're not quite done with round 1 yet. Here we go. Here
comes no, you guys are 69. I'm sorry. So you guys will go here. Yeah, you guys got 1 round tomorrow.
Round 1 here in Pittsburgh.
And round 4, you guys will have the first pick in the 4th round.
Before the Titans pick, congratulations, you set a record for the first night of the draft. 320,000 people here tonight.
So y'all just got an edge rusher. I knew Saleh was going to get his defensive player. He don't fuck around about that. So you guys did move up in the 4th round, though. You'll be the first pick in the 4th round on the 25th.
Tennessee Titans select Keldrick Fault, defensive end, Auburn.
Yep. Saleh got his defensive guy. So he happy.
And so every player who came to the draft this season heard his name called on night 1. Keldrick Falk is 6'6", 276 pounds.
And the last pick,
He played 3
see what the
years at
Seahawks
Auburn,
do.
Started the final 32 games of his career and had 10 sacks.
I'll tell you what, you talk about an LTP or
Y'all did good actually in the first round because y'all went wide receiver and or offensive defense.
Look at TJ Parker. Keldrick Falk, when you look, is good. And you
It said possible top 15, so he actually fell.
And you're playing college football. Why, Lou? Why Bogue wasn't any more productive? He did not build at all in 2024.
You know, sometimes when you have
We're gonna see what the Seahawks do if they screw us, or if we get Denzel tomorrow.
He reminds me of Eric Armstead. Like, at his best, a guy that long, he has inside-outside versatility. He can play defensive end. I think right now he's best inside, rushing over the guard until he develops his...
Hey, welcome to a winning culture, my boy. I mean, yeah, we've lost multiple playoffs, but I mean, my Niners are a winning culture team,
Robert
so.
Saleh likes defensive lines to play. Gus Bradley. This right here, that's the perfect place for this guy. Just to say, hey, look, right, get up on your toes, get up on your front hand, and go. Don't sit there reading stuff. You're not trying to two-gap anybody. Get that 6'6" body going upfield and just wreck some stuff. And to play alongside Jeffrey Simmons, that's a pretty good mentor right there.
Well, congratulations to Keldrick Falk. I'd like to correct something I said a moment ago with my apology. There are still 2 players who are here in the green room and have not heard their names called yet, Caden McDonald and Colton Hood. So we'll see if their names are called. We have 1 selection left tonight, and then tomorrow night, obviously, rounds 2 and 3. So I apologize as I was looking at the wrong list there. So there are still 2 players who are in the green room waiting to hear their names called, which they certainly will be between tonight and tomorrow. Keldrick Falk, meanwhile, going to Tennessee.
Well, I think you look at edge rusher was their big need area, and he fits the bill.
See what Seattle does. I wonder if they go running back because they just let whatchamacallit walk. So, Kenneth Walker, right?
You got to teach this kid how to rush.
I wonder if they go running back, bro.
At Auburn was a better player this year.
Sure was.
I'm watching for 15. I'm saying 24 pounds.
Yeah. You know, a year ago though, I remember.
I still can't believe they let that dude walk like that, though.
The late game against Texas A&M. And Keldrick Falk, I'm telling you, you're just sitting there going, who's number 15?
He flags.
I mean, he is the dude. But you're right. Look, he's at the right place because the combination of Robert Saleh and Gus Bradley. Come on now, that right there, they'll get him going, and they're going to move him up and down the line.
So you got a defense. So they're talking about guys that are already in the building that are defensive guys, man. So your team's going to be looking for defense for sure. We still have like offense, but like the announcer just said, it's going to be highly defense to look forward to, though. Majority of that. I think you guys are for sure this year going to try to build on the defense, because if you can make a stacked defense like we do in San Francisco, then you'll start to find like really good players on offense, bro. Plus, there's players that want to play for Cam Ward already. You can tell.
Taking over, they go offense early. Carnell Tate, dependable wide receiver. Now Keldrick Falk, and Marriott Vonvoy takes us down to Laura Rutledge, who has Keldrick with her now.
You said in kindergarten that you wanted to play in the NFL. Tonight, that dream becomes a reality. How would you describe it?
I don't even know how to feel right now. I'm like, I don't even know. I'm happy.
You should be happy, and your versatility is a defining feature of your game, your ability to line up inside and outside along the D-line. How do you think Robert Saleh can get the best out of you?
Just by putting me where we need to win, and then using me all across the D-line.
I'm actually excited to see how this guy plays, bro.
Congratulations.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
This is the second time in the common draft era that 7 different teams.
I'm excited to see how this guy plays on defense for y'all. By the way, after this is done, I'm going to end my stream. And I'll be back up live in a couple hours. We're going to be playing some Save the World, bro.
3 picks tonight. So we've had a few teams hogging up a good deal of the first round spotlight. And we finished the first round tonight with the Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks. Team that went the distance last year. Remarkable run. Quarterback Sam Darnold and company. See which direction they choose to go. They have that dominating defense. Help them make that run through the loaded NFC West and the tough NFC playoff picture. A lot of directions they might go here. They obviously have the Magnificent receiver in Jackson Smith and Jigba. Quickly, Mel, what direction are we looking at?
Running backs in need area, Jadarian Price, Notre Dame. We talked about the cornerback spot. Holton Hood has the kind of length, and Trayton Stoops from Arizona does as well. So I think those are some guys that kind of fill the void of what they need at running back and cornerback if they want to go that direction.
All right, here we
Oh
go.
yeah, this was a good draft, bro.
Special
I'm
guest
excited for tomorrow.
to announce the final pick of round 1 of this year's draft.
As we conclude round 1 of the 2026 NFL Draft, we're proud to continue recognizing our long-standing partnership with Make-A-Wish this World Wish Month. I'm thrilled to be joined by Dylan, a huge fan of the Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks, who bravely battled a brain tumor and is now a 2-time cancer survivor. Woo! This is a wish come true for Dylan, and a chance to take part in one of the most exciting moments in our
I knew it. I knew it. They went running back.
Ready? Stage is yours.
What's going on, Pittsburgh? Yeah! I'm so excited to be here to represent the 12s.
Oh no, that's cringe.
Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks!
All right, bro.
And with that, with the 32nd pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks select Jadarian Price, Notre Dame, running back.
Oh. Accounted for 15 touchdowns last year.
I'm still dealing with the pain from that, bro.
Kick returns. A note: this is the first time in the common draft era that the top 2 running backs.
Sorry, we gonna whoop y'all ass this year. Watch. I can't wait to have our defense back, bro. And Seahawks fans shouldn't be running their mouth too much.
Work on his ball security and get more reps catching the ball. But as I said, as a pure running back, Jadarian Price is going to be a tough guy to handle. You watch him here. He's got change of direction. He's got burst, and he will run hard, and he will break tackles, and he's got all the way potential, both as a runner and as a kick returner where he excels. He just
Oh, fuck. He got kick return abilities.
He did have 4 fumbles, 3 costly fumbles inside the red zone area, inside the 10. So those fumbles,
It just keeps getting worse.
Ball security's got to improve for Jadarian Price. He's got to get a little bit better blocking in terms of pass pro. But running the football, he does it like just about anybody in college, better than anybody in college football this year, except for Jeremiah Love, his teammate.
He's a home run hitter, man. 4.45 speed, a lot of positives. That's a great pickup.
So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish had 2 running backs going round 1 tonight. Jeremiah Love.
Yeah, y'all be back for the 3rd tomorrow. Then y'all the first round pick, or the first pick in the 4th round the next day.
Reggie Brooks, 33 drafts later, history has repeated itself. We'll be back in Pittsburgh in just a moment.
That was a very good set of picks for sure, man. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna end this here, bro. I'll be back up live in around like 11:30, so like about 3 hours and some change. I'll be back live. I'm gonna end this here for now. So that was actually a really good draft today, man. I did not expect us to not have a first round, though. Thought we'd trade it away, but not like that, bro. So I will be back tomorrow, bro. About a little earlier, of course. So I will schedule the live here in a bit. I gotta go take my dog for a walk, but I'm gonna end this, man. Been live for almost 3 hours, 30 minutes. Some of y'all that are coming across this, man, drop a like, subscribe below, man, and I will be back tomorrow with some more NFL draft. Till next time, I'm out of here. Peace out.